So that's kind of cool. So, dude, I'm hearing echoes. It's kind of pissing me off, but I guess we'll do.
Yeah, as long as you're okay. I'm okay over
I
here.
want to see your beautiful face. There we go.
Yeah, perfect. That's shit for me.
Yeah, so I want to know, how'd you start getting into DJing?
Just
hop right in.
All right. Well, hop right in. So basically, I was lucky enough in high school that my friends and I threw parties at my friend's house. Like my friend's mom allowed it for the time being. So we basically just started throwing parties, and like we're thinking about like, all right, how do we make his basement look cooler? And my brother, who's older, went to Syracuse, so I had a little experience like in a frat house.
Yeah.
So we literally turned his basement into a frat house and like put like a DJ booth, lights, lasers, smoke machine, like the whole 9 yards. Like honestly, just out of control for a basement.
Yeah, and high school too.
Yeah, in high school. And it basically came to the point where like we were like, oh, we need better music. So I was like, okay, I'll just start DJing, and that's how it started.
Fuck. That is kind of sick. So, did you like music before that, or like what? What was like what decided you to be DJ over the other kids? Oh my gosh, Lucy, this freaking dog chooses to go here, downstairs, upstairs.
Should I just keep talking?
Nah. I mean, you could say hi, Lucy. She's so challenging. She really likes to make everything.
A lot of dogs are.
Yeah, you should know. Did your mom bring him to your house?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got a lot of dogs at my house.
A lot of dogs coming in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what made it decided you to be the DJ?
So basically, I just liked music a lot, and I was always like the Spotify playlist guy, the SoundCloud playlist guy, and my first like actual like I guess you would call it gig DJing was my other friend in high school had a party. And we, once again, just realized how important music was to, like, the whole aspect of the party. So I went through and made a Spotify playlist, like, chronologically. So, like, the beginning songs were, like, kind of hype, blah, 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 and then build up over the night. So, like, I guess that was, like, really my first time, like, building a set and, like, really, like, going to that aspect of it. But then my friend just bought a DJ board. I started downloading some stuff on SoundCloud, and the rest is history.
Yeah, dude, it is really, people don't realize, like, because when we have DJs and they're like, oh, this song's a bop, and then they play it but it's not in order with another song, it just flops. That's
like a lot of people. I honestly just rate DJs not like really about exactly what songs they play, but it like the course of their set, like how good they are at how good they are at like drawing the crowd in and like releasing a little bit when they need to after they've been going hard for too long or something like that. So like especially like these really long sets, like the house music sets, they can be like 4 hours sometimes.
That's wild.
Yeah, so like it's not like you're really remembering a single song from the 4 hours, like for like an exact moment or whatever. So it's really about like the overall feel and like everything. And like that also has a lot to do with like atmosphere, like lights and everything. So I got into that a little bit.
Yeah, so do you plan the lights too?
I do. Like I thought that was like I just love lights, bro. I don't know why. I think the help it's like a night and day difference in my opinion between like a place that has good lights and a place that doesn't have good lights. So like I have like a software that goes through and analyzes my songs like exactly like the DJ software does, and it links it up exactly to the lights, and I can also go back through and customize it.
So you bring your lights, like say if you're going, so you have to bring your own lights, or do these places have their?
I only used my experience from lights came from being in a frat, and like I turned my frat house into like club level lighting, which I was very proud of. But now
I'm gonna have to get your sheet on that.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking about making a YouTube video, just being like how to be a frat DJ, and just like all the secrets that I've gotten from over the years.
That could work a lot, and you put like the links to the stuff
right like
at the bottom. I mean, I'd watch.
It's honestly a lot easier, and like it's not too complicated. Like as long as you're good at computers and everything, it's just like another computer software, like GarageBand or like iMovie or like whatever.
Yeah, I don't get that shit. I'm so anti-tech. I'm so bad with it.
I'm just lucky. I'm good at computers, I think. Like I've just used them a lot, and like over the years, like I've just like gotten a lot of tricks, and especially on Mac, it's like a home field advantage for me, honestly.
That's fair. So these places, so your computer system software just links up with the people's lights?
Yeah, so if I go play at like a club or something, they usually have their own like lighting guy and everything. but I have like my own lighting software and everything for like the smaller gigs, or as I said, like I don't know if I said it yet, but I just graduated college, and I was doing a lot of DJing at my frat house there. So that's really where I learned how to do all the lights and everything. And I'll talk about it a little bit more later, but I'm coming out with a new set that I had to do a lot of like lighting stuff for. So I think it's just a very interesting way to stand out a little bit, especially on a college campus or like doing live sets or stuff like that. Like lights really just elevates it to the next professional level, in my opinion.
I mean, we could just take this room and you could play music and everyone would just be standing.
Yeah, like exactly. Like these lights are one thing, but imagine if there was bumping lights perfectly to the music, some lasers, a smoke machine.
Maybe I should add that to the show.
Yeah, for the intro.
Just for the entire thing. Yeah. It links up with our words.
I would watch that podcast.
That would be wild. But so how do you choose to put songs, because you're like more EDM DJ, right?
Yeah, I do like house music and EDM.
Yeah, so how do you do you make your own beats? Like how do you go about doing this? Because I have no knowledge of DJing. I don't get how it works. Like I struggle with Spotify, so
I'll try to explain it the best I can, like somewhat visually. But you know how there's DJ boards are usually rectangular, like a rectangle, and then there's two circles on the DJ board.
Yeah.
And those just represent like one track and another track that you're playing.
So like two songs.
Yeah, like two songs. So what DJs do is they'll take one song and mix it into another song, and all the buttons and all the random knobs on there are like little tricks, little effects, like taking out the bass of one song. It's just stuff like that you use to mix them together and like make it sound good together.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I didn't know the knobs, because so the DJ board gives you the power just to mess with the engineering of the song.
Yeah, it's depends what board you have. It gets more advanced as like the boards go on. But you can like just add effects to it. Like for example, you could echo out of one song as you're going into another song, or something like that. You can also use it to like slice up the beat and cut it and like loop a certain little part of it to add like a suspense or like a build up or something like that. But that just all comes with like experience, and like everyone has like their own taste on how much the DJ to interfere with the track and like the music that's playing.
Fair.
And it goes a lot by like genre also, surprisingly. So like a hip hop DJ that you would see does a lot of like scratching, like he's on the mic a lot trying to hype people up. And then like other DJs like trance DJs and house DJs and techno DJs, it's very minimal work on the DJ board really, because they let the music do the talking. And they like don't talk over the mic really at all. It's time back into it. They're trying to create like a vibe, like an atmosphere for like that hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, rather than interfere with the music too much.
I like that.
Yeah.
So does most of your work go in before the set, or is it on the fly?
Depends really the event that I'm doing, or like what I'm planning, or like what kind of groove I'm in really. But I usually just sit with like a stockpile of like about 250 songs that like that's like really nothing. I have like 25,000 on my hard drive.
Do you know them all?
Yeah, from over the years.
Yeah,
like most of them.
Yeah,
but I have like 250 songs that I like know like the back of my hand, that like I know exactly this part, that part, like how one sounds with another. So I have like a stockpile of like 250 songs that I work with, and that's like always updating and changing depending on new music. But like for like the sets that I do, like the big ones and like the planned events and everything, takes hours and hours and hours and hours beforehand compared to like 30 minutes of playing.
Yeah.
Like for example, the new set I have coming out is 23 minutes long.
Okay.
And it took me like 2 months at least to put together.
How'd you even start with that?
I just decided so basically I decided like I was leaving Syracuse. And it was my first step into the professional world of DJing and everything. So I needed to come out with something that was professional, honestly. Like the easy way to put it. Like something that would like turn people's heads a little bit, get a little attention. So I tried to do something like a little out there, a little audacious. And that included like I ventured into the world of like cameras and like into the world of drones and everything, stuff that I don't know about at all.
Yeah.
Just to shoot this like one set. But like at least now, like moving forward, I have all that knowledge.
Yeah, that's sick. Cool. So for this set, did you have one song that you're like, I want this in it, and like base everything else around it?
Yeah, I usually start with the intro song.
Okay.
Because I think the intro, like especially nowadays, especially if you're doing like a 30-minute mix, you need to get people's attention immediately.
Yeah.
So I spend most of the time, like most of my inspiration, most of my brainstorming starts from the first song of the set, and then I just build from there.
Okay.
I'll get like, for example, this last set, I think I had like once again like 250 songs or something, and I picked the best 15 or 20 and then put it into this mix.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So, do you? How does it? What software do you use to mix them? Like, do you do it on the fly? Like, you know what you're gonna play, and you just put the track up next, or do you have just like a set? This is my 30-minute set, and I'm just gonna play it and let it go and just bob.
The beautiful thing about DJing is you can really do either, and I do a lot of work beforehand in Ableton. Like, I try to make some of my own mashups, like because that's what like other DJs won't have that, and that's like what sets you apart is like the stuff that you're able to make and you don't release and you don't send out to anybody. So like I always try to find songs that like I love, like instrumentals that I love and stuff like that, and then put like really well-known vocals or acapellas above them, because that's how you like you make the link between like recognizable and like what people want to hear and everything, and then like the actual like good music behind it is like what they need to hear.
Yeah, I like that a lot, because what I've been noticing is there's been a cross between country music and rap. I don't know if you've heard some of these songs.
I think it's funny, dude.
Yeah, they're good, but that's the best part. Like, jazz came from a bunch of, I don't know what music it came from, but it was because
I believe French opera inspired jazz, actually.
Is that
Claude
what it is?
Debussy. Yes, I just learned about that.
That's nice. That's sick. Yeah, but it comes and then they mix together and it forms something new. And I really like that new formation of things. I think it's just like, it's reminding me of like Elements.
Yeah, that happens in music all the time, dude. Like, for example, you started being like, oh, like you're an EDM DJ. But the thing is, EDM, there's one video that I show everybody on YouTube where it says like EDM, then it branches off into 120 subgenres of EDM, where there's like house, tech house, bass house, melodic house, like you can name them. And that's like honestly like a huge differentiator between like DJs and music heads versus like the average person. We'll call it EDM.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like the music people, there's like 120 different subgenres to like exactly name the type of song that you're listening to. And those subgenres mix all the time, and they like make new genres, and that's like really how house music has been developing for the past few years.
Yeah, that makes sense though. Like, you can't take a step, like you can't get housey. I don't know where house EDM came from.
Yeah.
But before the precursor, you know, like you combine 1 and 2 to get 3, and then use 3.
Yeah, with another combination.
Exactly.
And that's like pretty much how music has worked like forever, almost. Yeah.
It's so cool. It just keeps working off each other. It's kind of just like a long story.
Yeah, dude, and especially with technology recently, it's like let even idiots like me, like I know how to make music even. Like I can't play the piano. I don't know too much about music theory, but like I'm still able to do it, which I think is awesome. And it really helps like people like branch out on their creative side compared to like back in the day, like dude, Beethoven was the famous one. Like, no one's touching Beethoven. He's so famous. Like, he went to, I don't know exactly, but he probably went to schooling, blah, 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 like, whatever it is. But nowadays, like, dude, all it takes is one song, and, like, anyone can do it nowadays.
That is the best part about technology, because same with this shit. Like, there used to be only Johnny Carson or, like, these late night hosts that would have their spot, and all these people, these comedians would be fighting for that spot. And dude, there's only one spot.
I was just thinking about that. Like, the Rolling Stones, even back in the day, I was just thinking of them because my dad has a Mick Jagger photo in his room. Dude, they didn't have an Instagram. Like, they were so famous, and they didn't even have Instagram clout. So, like,
wild.
It's wild, like, how it went back in the day. Like, I guess, like, the photos of them were just released through, like, press releases and magazines and everything. And, like...
That's how they blew up.
Yeah, that's how they blew up, I guess.
Now everyone has a phone. Everyone has social media. And you could anyone can come from nothing. Like, I get random podcasts on my feed. I'm like,
Yeah.
these guys are pretty funny.
Dude, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone is able, technology has let us, like, branch out on a creative side. Like, we're here in your basement recording a podcast. Like,
Yeah.
it's really crazy. Like,
We wouldn't have been able to do this in any other time.
dude, even, like, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like, dude, Joe Rogan podcast, episode 1, have you ever seen
yeah,
it?
it's hilarious.
It's, like, on a webcam.
Yeah,
Like,
he has, like, snowflakes
Yeah.
coming down. I'm like,
dude,
this
like,
is shit.
I'm a huge advocate of, like, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, for DJing even, like, it starts with, like, one set, dude. Like, get one set done with, then set number 2. It's all about, like, baby steps, and, like, for you, like, you're on episode 41 now, right?
Yeah, you're 41.
Yeah, so imagine episode 100. You can't get to episode 100 without doing 1 through 99 first.
It bothers me because I'm very impatient. I'm like, I just want,
Yeah.
like, because for me, in my head, I'm like, this is baby stages. Like,
Yeah.
I want, once I get to 100, I'm like, that's something I could be like, I'm proud of this.
Yeah,
You know, I worked 100 episodes, however.
100's a lot, dude.
I know, but that's my goal
Yeah.
right now. I'm like, I need to get to 100, and every day I'm like, fuck. But then you're right. I gotta take the step, do the baby step, because like at the end of the day, like I'm just having a good time with this.
Dude, that's all you can ask, honestly. A lot of people spend their time doing, like, watching TV, watching sports, video games. I like doing music. You like doing podcasts, and I think it's great that both of us are out there actually doing what we like doing. Because a lot of people, especially nowadays, especially at college, really just don't do that, and they just listen to whoever, like, or do whatever they think is like is the safest route to go.
Yeah, they're conventional.
Yeah, a lot of people are very, very conventional nowadays, and respect to them because it works. Conventional
It
works.
does. Yeah, that's why.
It's the reason it's conventional. But
we're definitely going down the unbeaten path.
dude, yeah, but in my opinion, somebody has to be the next famous DJ. Somebody has to be the next famous podcaster. Why
Yeah.
not you? Why not me?
Facts.
And the only way to find out is to get to episode 100.
And even and even if we don't, like, at least we're having fun,
Right?
you know? Who cares?
Dude, especially with the internet also, like, I'm gonna love to show my grandkids, like,
Yeah.
my mixes on SoundCloud, YouTube, etc. and everything, and I'm sure that, like, you're gonna love to, like, look back at these episodes down the line and be like, this is what I was doing when I just turned 21.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I didn't think about looking back because when I'm old, and
Yeah.
decayed, and
Real old, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna be sitting and be like, let's see what those kids were doing, and I would look back at my friends, and I'll be laughing,
Dude, right? It's gonna be
That is cool.
perfect.
That's what's weird about audio and video on the internet. It's just there forever.
I know.
Transcends time.
No other generation has, like, had access to this, which is why I feel like it's just an amazing opportunity and it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Because, like, as I going back to the Rolling Stones, like, dude, like, magazines and press releases and newspapers or whatever is all they had. But now, like, anybody can make a podcast and start putting episodes out and start logging their life, logging what they do, their thoughts, etc. I feel like that's gonna be, like, extremely valuable to look back on when you're older.
Yeah. So even now that so many people are doing it, do you think it kind of, like, I don't know if muddy the water is the right word for it, but there's just so much content now. And there could be so many good, because I think this all the time, like, 'cause I would love to make a career out of this, but then I'm like, dude, it could, yeah, I'm like, there's not a shot. I make money off this. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with just, like, working, like, a shit job, like, I don't know, like labor. Maybe no, I don't want to do labor.
I've had some shit jobs, dude.
I'll be like a waiter.
Yeah, waiter.
Whatever pays the bills, and, like, I could do this on the side. Like, that would be fun. But, like, there's a good chance. I'd say a very high chance
Yeah.
that it doesn't work out, because there's so much other people. Like, what do you think would separate one DJ from another that just started, and, like, you versus DJ a Big Spoon? I don't know.
Dude, like, honestly, especially with DJing, it's very subjective is the word. For example, like, dude, Virgil Abloh is just famous. He starts DJing, he's famous. Paris Hilton, famous, starts DJing, is famous, gets booked 10 times crazier places than I do.
DJ Shaq.
Yeah, like Shaq, great example. But, dude, like, it just really depends. You got to be in the right place at the right time. You got to have good music for whatever event you're going to. and you gotta have a brand to yourself. Like you gotta like carry yourself in a certain way that you can get famous. So like I talked to some guy in the music marketing industry, like a pretty high up manager, and that was what he like really pushed. It's just like all about brand. So like when people hear Teaspoon, what do they think? Or like when people see Teaspoon, what do they think? And that goes down for like everything from like covers, the actual music, my website, social medias, et cetera, et cetera. And it's all about just creating like an overall brand. And I think that's what makes like a DJ really strong compared to somebody else. And I feel like you can just like when you look at somebody's like Instagram or something, you can just tell if they're taking it seriously or not.
Yeah, that is true. And I feel like a lot of people would just give up too.
Yeah,
you know?
A lot of people do just give up, but I feel like I'm stubborn enough that I can give it a little bit of a shot.
I like that. I don't doubt it. Because you do live streams, right?
I do.
Is it Twitch?
Yeah, I do Twitch live streams. That I had to take it all down when I moved out of Syracuse, and I had a really nice setup at Syracuse, and now I'm back to just all the shit just in the corner of my room right now.
Yeah.
But when I had like a nice setup, I was ripping a lot of live streams. I did Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it was when Syracuse wasn't really partying that much because of COVID. So I was like, all right, dude, like screw it. I'm starting at 8. Whoever joins, and it got like a bit of traction. Honestly, I was surprised. Like there was sorority girls joining, a bunch of guys I know joining, like other frats. Like it was fun. For I did it for like 6 weeks, I think, every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I did up to like 4-hour streams sometimes. Jeez. So it was sick. I would do from 8 to 12.
That's wild. That's a good call. Because, like, if someone doesn't know what to play, they're on DJ Teaspoon.
Exactly. I did it at 8 p.m. because it was, like, a good pregame time for everybody. Like, the East Coast Syracuse is a little different of a story, so they start late. But a lot of East Coast schools are starting to, like, pregame. Like, they're getting the people together starting 8 or 9. So I tried to hit that. And then I found a lot of California schools would just throw me on while playing Die at, like, 5 p.m. in the afternoon, which worked well,
awesome.
too.
That's really cool. The Twitch is an interesting route to go because I feel like it's mostly gaming.
Yeah.
Like, what would they have? Would you just go in the just talking category? Or?
No, there's a music category.
Really?
Yeah. Twitch is pretty cool, honestly. I used to think it was just like just video games and everything, and then I saw like some just talking streams and stuff like that. And I just started streaming, really knowing nothing about streaming, nothing about Twitch or anything like that. Like once again, dude, step 1 starts with your first live stream. Then second live stream's obviously gonna be better, and the third one's gonna be better than that.
Yeah.
So I'm a big advocate of just jumping in the water. So I just started streaming, got like 1 or 2 under my belt, knew that I was able to stream, knew my setup worked, like I was confident in it, and then I started like advertising on my Instagram and everything for that.
That's a move. I think that's important too. Is just I like your mindset a lot. I'll get back to that, but just the first and the second one was a practice. You know, you got ready. Then you're like, all right.
Yeah, like dude, like when I go DJ, I bring a USB, a backup USB, and a backup USB. Like I always like to give myself like time and room to mess up. Because what I've learned is if it can mess up, like something will mess up along the line.
All the time.
Especially like with technology and like pocket, like
you're making me want to check my shit.
Some type of wire is messed up or something, you know, like it's happened to me so many times that like I just try to learn from it.
Yeah, that's a good call. The amount of mistakes, mess ups that I've had here is just absolutely ridiculous. I said I did an interview with Mr. McCormick from high school. That was sick.
I love him.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah.
But I was like, before the podcast, or maybe right at the start, I'm like, oh, most of these or some of these, I fuck up the audio and I have to use the cameras.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll make sure this doesn't happen for this one. And what do you know? The audio is messed up. I have to use the camera audio.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, the worst was I went out to Buffalo to see, I don't know if you were at Morristown Baird with Mr. Federico.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so he's like this genius, one of the smartest guys I've ever talked to. I drive out to Buffalo to get him on the podcast.
Is that the recent one?
No, it was like it was at the beginning of the summer. But yeah, I get him on. It was like a 3-hour, 40-minute mind fuck.
Yeah, he went crazy.
He went crazy. And then the audio was fucked. Couldn't even hear anything. And then the cameras died at like 2 hours.
Jeez.
So I lost everything. I'm like, this sucks.
Dude, that's
And I got
awful.
a speeding ticket.
Dude, my first attempt at doing this live set that I'm coming out with, I was ready. I rented lights from Guitar Center, and I loaded up my car, like got my crew together. I had to spend like a week making sure it was the right night, that everyone could be there. And dude, I get there, I get 2 songs in, something happens on my board, like a little power like jump or a glitch or something, corrupts 3/4 of my songs for that set. Like all my edits, all the shit that I made just for this set.
That sucks.
Corrupts all of it.
Did you have to restart?
Dude, I was fucked. Like I spent an hour sitting there trying to fix it, and it didn't work. So I had to just like, all right, this was a loss. I'm just gonna take this as a dress rehearsal. I know this all works. I know I'm out here. It all works. And so I just came back a couple days later.
That's a move. I love your mindset on that. Just I'm gonna learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I coach like a tennis camp for kids, and they get so down on themselves when they miss. Like they get angry when they miss the ball. I'm like, dude, chill.
Yeah, you're at a camp for a reason.
You're learning. Yeah. Like we're here to learn and get better. But I was the same way. Like I'd always beat down on myself when like I'd mess up, and I just gotta understand. Someone said it perfectly to me the other day. It was like, if you don't win, you learn. Yeah. It's either you win or you learn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm like, it makes sense.
Dude, like I've had great sets, and I've had sets that I fuck up in the middle. Like I've had the power shut off. Yeah. I've been at one of my frat parties and the power to the entire building shut off in mid-set, and I had to find the breakers in the house that I had no idea where they were. So like, I don't know, like especially for DJing, especially for like entrepreneurs, people who are trying to do like their own thing, problem solving is a huge asset to have. Yeah. Especially not getting like too serious about the problem solving either, because for example, like your mic, dude, like attached to there. Yeah. It's good. It'll work. Like
it works.
We're ripping out a podcast episode right now. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that out eventually. Maybe I'll cut a hole or something.
Yeah, I mean, dude, next episode, fix it.
Yeah,
exactly. If not, who knows? Maybe the one after that. For now, it's working.
For now, it's working, which is awesome. But where did the drive in you come from? Because that's something that's learned, I feel like just to keep going.
Dude, I don't know. I just like DJing, honestly. Like, I got a little taste of it at school. I like the DJ lifestyle where it's like you're doing music all the time. Like you're then planning parties and everything. And like I like planning parties a lot too, like throwing parties and everything. And I feel like I am just naturally good at that for some reason. Yeah. So it just all kind of just tied together. And then I started to get like better at DJing every single night. And then eventually I was just like, all right, dude, like I'm a political science major. Like I don't really like political science that much per se. I like thinking and thought and all that, but not too much politics. And eventually I just realized, I was like, damn, like a lot of people say I'm really good. Like a lot of people have been saying I'm really good. And then one night I got recognized out in New York City just from my SoundCloud profile photo. And then I was like, damn, bro, like a lot of people have heard my stuff.
That's cool.
And dude, then I just realized like time to go like balls to the wall. Like it's now or never. Honestly, I got a couple of years to really figure out if I got what it takes or not, and there's no way to find out unless you go for it.
I like that. Is your family behind it?
Dude, not at first. Definitely not at first. But my dad wants me to join the military. Like,
really?
He has for a while, and he mentioned it the other day. He said I should DJ in the military. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah. But
was he a military man?
No.
He's just like,
he just thinks I need the straight line. Yeah. But surprisingly, my grandma loves it. She thinks it's funny. She thinks it's good, and she's very she grew up in the Great Depression, so she's not. I wouldn't expect her to really be like, like go for it. But no, she's really supportive, honestly. And
grandmas are the best.
Yeah, grandmas are the best. I just had lunch with mine. She's great.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think I'm going to get dinner with mine tonight.
Oh, wow. Perfect. It's a big grandma day today.
It's a big grandma day. That is really nice because it is a lot of people don't get the support from their family.
Dude, it would be really, really, really hard if my parents were just like so annoying about it like all the time. But I have been really lucky. I've been booked every weekend in New York City since I've been home. So
I've been seeing that. How did those bookings work? Do they reach out to you or do you have to put your name in?
It's a wild, wild world out there that I'm just getting into. The world of like promoters and like throwing parties and hospitality groups.
What the hell is a hospitality group?
Dude, I like just really figured it out.
Yeah.
It's apparently like a lot of these clubs don't even like throw parties themselves
Okay.
unless you're like a Tao or like a huge, well-known like famous club. And what they'll do is just get a hospitality group. Excuse me. Hospitality group will rent it out for the night or something for X amount of dollars, and then they'll promote it. They have the promoters already. They have the DJs, like a pool of DJs already, and they'll just plan a night there, sell tickets to it, and they make so much money, dude, if you do it correctly. Like,
Yeah.
whoever is the one dude to plan it is making so much money.
Because that's where the cover goes, right?
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
That.
That's like how it works, and like why tickets are like so expensive sometimes is because it's a really nice venue or like it's a really nice night that they know they're gonna sell out. And like when you have like a large promoter network, like all these hospitality groups already do, like these sell out like a lot, dude. Which I was surprised about. Like all these events are like sold out.
Yeah, I always thought the bars were the ones that put them on.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know they were just the
Yeah.
venue.
Some bars do it still, but a lot like for me, I'm just trying to work my way into a few hospitality groups in New York where like I get my name out there. They know I'm a fire DJ. They know I can bring some people to party. They know when we come party, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Because then if they see me as an asset to them, they'll bring me up like a couple
Yeah,
steps
they'll
on the ladder. You know what I mean?
bring you on,
Yeah.
yeah.
They'll bring me on. And what's great about these hospitality groups is they do New York, the Hamptons, and Miami.
Hamptons.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's wild.
So what I'm hoping is this summer I get a bunch of New York City venues under my belt on the resume, then hopefully brought out to the Hamptons for a couple venues out there, and then hopefully move down to Miami like this fall or this winter about and just rip it down there.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be a place to live.
I know, I'm trying to move down there hopefully.
That'd be sick. There's definitely parties down there all year round.
Miami is really, really, really cool and a really good party scene because they have it all. They have everything from like Live and Story, like the huge world famous clubs, Vegas style, to everywhere down to just like underground techno parties, which I love also.
That's so cool.
And they ripped it during COVID. Like,
Yeah, they had no restrictions or anything.
especially these underground techno parties, dude. I went down there for New Year's, right after New Year's. One of my good friends moved into Brickell, and I drove down there and helped him move in.
From up here?
Yeah, it was sick. We drove straight down.
How long is that
18 hours.
drive? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No stops?
Like,
Or like
gas,
P stops,
yeah, gas, Chick-fil-A stop.
Chick-fil-A.
But
good.
yeah, dude, during COVID, we're just throwing crazy parties, and one that will always stick with me was we Uber to somewhere in Wynwood, which is the art district in Miami, and it's a locksmith. Like it's literally a full-blown locksmith,
Yeah.
an operating locksmith, like a full business. I walk in. And I'm with a couple friends who have been there before, so like it's okay.
Yeah.
I walk in, it's a full-blown locksmith at like nighttime, like 10 p.m. after
Yeah.
they've closed or something. And just by the door, there's one bouncer sitting by the back door. And we walk through the back door, and I see the door open, and it's literally just pitch black with lasers ripping
my
through the air.
gosh.
I remember I saw that. I was like, yo, like this is some movie stuff. Like honestly. So there was a full-blown secret underground club in the back of this locksmith.
That's so wild.
Dude, I couldn't even believe it. Like that night, I was like, dude, Miami is so cool.
Yeah.
Like I really realized, and I'm sure they have that in New York City and everything, but I like Miami because the weather, I love the water. Also, Biscayne Bay is sick, and the women down there can't argue.
The three W's.
Three dubs.
Weather, women, water. That's a good setup. And that's kind of the complete opposite of Syracuse. It's
Dude,
cold.
complete opposite.
Fuck.
I love
Weather sucks.
Syracuse. It did me really well. Obviously can't take it back now, but Miami. If anyone's listening, go to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my brother said that too. He went to Providence, and I was looking at schools. He's like, dude, go somewhere warm.
Bro. Yeah.
I was like, fuck you. I'm going to Syracuse.
Syracuse is sick. Like there's a lot of good things about Syracuse, but there's also a lot of terrible things about Syracuse. Like for example, the snow. We've been blessed apparently.
Last 2 years, not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I remember it used to be awful, dude. And I've had to walk like 2 miles by myself at 3 a.m, like drunk as hell with 4 coats on through a snowstorm just to get home to sleep in my bed.
Yeah. That was the one good part about Syracuse this year.
The snow day.
Yeah. The snow days.
Yeah.
The snow days were nice. And we didn't have to leave for classes.
Oh, dude,
just
yeah,
stay inside.
yeah. It was a dream come true, honestly, for my senior year.
That is nice,
dude. But also Syracuse, it's so dangerous in my opinion. Like I've heard some insane stuff happen there, and like obviously Miami's dangerous too and everything. I'm sure it happens down there. But like I would just never have expected Syracuse just to be so dangerous. Like
it's bad. It's like the 9th poorest. I think this was my freshman year, so this may be outdated, but it was the 9th poorest city in America.
That's crazy. They don't tell anyone about that, dude. I've gotten broken into once fully on Christmas Day, my junior year.
That's such a sad day to get broken into.
I know. I'm smart though, and like I knew that I was gonna get broken into or something. So what I did is I got security cameras and everything, and the cops were there like while they were inside, and they still didn't catch them.
Really?
Yeah, and then they just accused me of being like a drug kingpin because I had a half a gram of kush, and they were like. They were accusing me of like drug activity. I was like, dude, you are out of your mind. Like, like I just literally just got robbed.
Dude, like, come on. This is not why you're here.
Yeah. And then, dude, this was insane. A couple of weeks ago, I was sitting in my living room and somebody tried to pull out the AC system in my living room while I was sitting right there. Yeah. And, you're like, and then I screamed like, yo, get the fuck out. Like, I'm in here, blah, 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 blah. And then I stood by there for 30 seconds. They tried 30 seconds later. So like, dude, they didn't care I was in there.
They were
like,
just trying to get your AC.
Dude, they were trying to get in or something. It was like at 11 p.m. on a Sunday.
Oh, that makes more sense.
He tried to pull it out, and then I screamed at him, and 30 seconds later, the still tried again. Yeah. I was like, whoa, like, they don't care that I'm in here at all.
Dude, that stuff's wild. My first year, I was doing like this, it was a homeless barbecue. So I would go with the Orange Seed group, and we were serving the homeless, and then this guy just got stabbed.
Dude, it's great. Like,
it's wild.
Dude, I wasn't expecting to see. Dude, it's the real world, so I gotta get used to it. But like, I've seen some crazy stuff go down at Syracuse, like scary stuff.
And it doesn't help the highway. I think they're rerouting it, but that's the part. They literally separated the campus from the city. It fucked everything.
I learned about that in my freshman year seminar, which I thought was interesting and good. They taught us about it because it really just like helped me understand like the dynamic of Syracuse. But yeah, bro, Carrier, like the AC company, I guess, moved out of there, so there's no jobs anymore. Then they put I-81 right there, and it just divides the community like completely. And like literally like across the street from dorm rooms are the projects. Yeah. And I just don't think that's too safe, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely not, and it's just.
I love to give everyone I love to give everyone the benefit of the doubt and everything, but there's just too much danger and like just lurking around Syracuse, honestly, that you really got to be careful. And I'm sure it's like that on a lot of other college campuses. Yeah. And they keep it really quiet until you get there, and then it's a huge awakening.
I feel like these communities should be doing better because there's college kids, you know? They got to promote businesses, like local businesses to help support. But I was learning in one of my classes, like, in the public schools, they speak so many different languages.
In Syracuse?
Yeah, it was like 17 or something different languages. And because it's like a refugee center. So, like, the teachers only speak English. Yeah. So they can't even talk to these kids.
Dude, that's awful.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's awful. Like, the kids aren't getting the opportunity to learn. How do you expect Syracuse to get better if it's just a constant loop of poorly educated people, crime, whatever, gang activity or whatever? Like, who knows? And like the city of Syracuse, I feel like the university, dude, Syracuse is prestigious.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It's world famous prestigious, and I feel like they could definitely do like a little bit more for the community around them, especially because how much they charge,
Dude, take one of our tuitions and give it to the fucking school.
I think they're just like not only neglecting the community around them, but neglecting the students also, because it's just unsafe for a lot of students.
You would think they would want to have a good city around them.
Yeah, right.
I was looking into their donations and what they did for like the community. They give them like some small, like tiny amount of money every year, and they're like, you could use that. Yeah. And then they take their police. Like for the dome games, that's local police, and they have a certain budget that they use each year. And they take them from the city and put them at their games. Yeah. It's like, you're not helping.
Don't do that.
It's a shit show.
I feel like Syracuse, the DPS,
Fuck DPS.
Dude, yeah. Like, honestly, they've been, like, okay sometimes, but other times, like, they're just so annoying.
Yeah.
There's one guy. Have you met the really nice DPS?
Oh, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best.
Can't talk bad on him, but a lot of other ones, dude, they do nothing, and, like, all they do is try to, like, break up, like, us drinking in the backyard, which is, like, yes, dude, understood. However, there's, like, somebody tried to break into my house last night. Like, please help me.
I don't get that, because my freshman year, they were, like, good guys. They're like,
Yeah.
if there was a fight, they would break it up.
Yeah.
Now it's just, we're on our front lawn on private property with only live-ins, like, playing die.
Yeah.
And they come, they're like, music's too loud, turn it down. Like, we're going to write you up. Like,
Dude,
what?
you're on frat row. Like,
Yeah.
We're smart enough to get into Syracuse. I'm pretty sure we're smart enough to realize, like, hey, like, a bunch of people are playing die outside. I'm in college, and I'm a sorority girl that lives in the sorority house. Maybe I should just go to the library that's 500 feet away and go study there.
Yeah, why, if you're studying, I can't do work in my house. Like, I have to go to Life Sci or something.
Dude, some people get it, some people don't. It's, like, that simple, honestly.
I don't we saw a lot of people turning on each other this year, too. It's like people would call out, I would be like, they left their dorm or they're having a party. I'm like, why are you snitching on a fellow student?
Dude, it's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And we see it. It started with the government, too. They're like promoting, I forgot where, I think it was in California. There was a law, like when COVID first started, they're like, if you see your neighbor having a barbecue, like call this number and like rat him out.
Dude,
It's
insane.
Like,
I mean, I guess, like, a lot of people were really, really scared about COVID.
yeah.
And honestly, rightfully so for certain demographics of people, especially when we didn't know too much about it.
Yeah, we thought it would kill everyone.
Yeah. But,
That's why we locked down.
Like July 4th barbecue, like you made the decision to do the barbecue. Like, go, like, that's not too much of a problem. Like, you obviously understand the risks. And I just think it's crazy, like, especially neighbors in the same neighborhood. Like,
You're supposed to be.
They're beefing for the rest of their lives now after you call the cops on them.
It's so stupid. And I was listening to Rogan. I was listening to Rogan the other day, and he took a step back, and I never thought of it like this. He was talking about people like spying or something. He's like, the government. He's like, dude, that's just people spying on people.
Yeah.
Like, the government is in place to help us live a better life. They're not here to control us. Like, I mean, in other countries, I don't know. But America, at least, we're supposed to be free. Like, we have our rights. The government, in my opinion, should be not a lot of power and just making sure everything goes right. But now it's just like they lock you in your house. You can't go to work. Like, for me, that does not seem fair.
My dad pointed out that, like, a couple weeks ago, he got a phone call from the state of New Jersey telling him that, like, he has to go to this certain place at this certain time and he has to be there at that certain time. And I don't know how relevant of an example, but he was like, dude, sounds like communist Russia.
Yeah,
right? They're telling you what to do, like, blah, blah, blah. And dude, like, everyone knows about COVID by now. It's like no secret. Like, people have gotten the vaccine if they are that scared about it. So, obviously, like, the top health officials should be looking out for this, but I think it's kind of blown over a little bit, and the government's kind of just using it as like a bit of like a control thing, especially.
Oh my gosh.
Especially like Canada, dude. You have to quarantine for 2 weeks before you get back into Canada. So, say you were a businessman doing business in America. You're cooked, dude. You're either not able to make it to America, which obviously Zoom is cool and all, but like sometimes you need to just be in person to do some business, and you have to make the decision whether or not it's worth to be able to go back, and then you have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I think I thought they're supposed to open up like July 27th or something, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I looked again, and they moved it back. Now it's like August. But it seems like such a power thing,
dude. It is.
And I thought it was so funny. You know, Alexa, what's her name? Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
She went to the White House and was.
Did she sing there or something?
No, she was there to say, "Get your COVID shots."
Dude, like,
like,
bro,
what?
I've been saying it for a while. Whoever is the social media manager for Biden's team is killing it.
Yeah.
He has somehow convinced every young TikTok girl, every Instagram influencer, blah, 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 to be Team Biden. And it's just especially nowadays, it's such a powerful way to, like, rally voters or whatever.
Yeah.
And they've really killed it with, like, the younger generation, like, being able to get, like, dude, Olivia Rodrigo, she has,
so
like, her saying that is, like, you could get anybody else and they'd be a better person to say it, honestly. But it's just
wanted
because
the kids.
Yeah, they just want the TikTok kids, dude. Like they just want to control the generation. Yeah,
you control the media, you control everything,
dude. Exactly.
That's why it's so sketchy, and that's why all these like corporations hate YouTube and this type of shit, because we don't need them to get our voice out anymore. You know, before it was like you have to go through Fox or CNN or to get your voice out.
They could cut you off.
Yeah, they could edit you. That's the worst part. That's one of the reasons why I started this, because they can edit anything. They can make you look like you're saying anything. And now with these platforms, anyone can get their voice out, but now YouTube's censoring and Twitter's censoring.
Dude, it's insane.
This is ridiculous.
They're talking about, I forget the exact details of it, but they were talking about like if you get banned on one social media platform, you get banned on all of them. Dude, this is insane. What happened to like private companies being able to make their own decisions? Like that is some communist type where they're like just fully censoring media as well as forcing multiple companies to abide by the same rules. Like they're different companies for a reason, you know? They should be able to make their own decisions about like whoever talks. Like a lot of this has to do with like Donald Trump and everything, and like obviously he was wilding on Twitter at points, but like I think it's just crazy how much they're just trying to censor everybody. Like, dude, don't follow Trump if you don't want to see his tweets. It's
exactly.
Not that hard.
I like using the metaphor of like you go into an ice cream shop and chocolate ice cream is over there, and you're like, I don't like chocolate ice cream, so I'm gonna get this fucking banned from the store, and no one can have chocolate. Just don't fucking eat it.
Dude,
just don't eat it.
Don't eat the chocolate.
Just don't eat it.
I've seen some wilding stuff on Twitter too, like crazy, like insane hate speech, pornography, like you name it. Like
some fuck shit,
dude. Like these should be. It's same as DPS. Like take your job elsewhere and like start doing stuff that like really, 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 really like cleans up Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
Like obviously, Trump has said some things. Like I'm just using him as an example because he's like a big profile.
Example.
He's definitely said some things on the edge. Definitely said some things that are on the edge for being the president while saying them, et cetera, et cetera. But dude, there's a lot of other seriously crazy people on Twitter, and like they don't do anything about them.
And I think it's dangerous to take someone's voice out, just to censor someone entirely, because they were censoring at the beginning of COVID the Wuhan lab conspiracy, and anyone who talked
I believe in that.
Because it's
they
just came out with it. They're like, it might have came from the lab. But if you said this stuff, like even Rogan got crucified for it at the beginning of COVID. If anyone said it, they would like just delete it, or censor it all. And now top news profiles are saying, the Wuhan lab thing is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So these conspiracies, like there has to be truth. And where's the line? You don't censor flat earthers. But there's this Republican, I forgot their name, but there's, I'm going to get it up because I want to remember it.
Dude, like, I completely agree, honestly. Like,
what's their name?
Some conspiracy theories are crazy, but, like, that's why they're called a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, let people look into it if they want to, you know? People look into a lot of other stuff on the internet. Like,
you have, your mind has
really
to be good enough. It's Twitter suspends Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene for spreading COVID misinformation. So, this is...
Dude, who is Twitter to tell us it's misinformation?
Yeah, right?
Like, we should be the ones deciding whether, like, if we really care that much, let's look into it ourselves, you know?
That's how it should be. But people just are sheep and take whatever they want. And we need to build our mental immune systems. So, like, if you can't see someone says the Earth's flat, you're like, well, that's bullshit. I know it's not. I've read this. And if you do, you look at... Yeah, it's been on a plane.
Yeah. I used to tell people I think the Earth's flat, like, just to piss them off.
Yeah. I used to do that with the sun's cold.
Yeah.
The part of my Take Boys love that. But we, instead of just taking everything as truth, because we're still in the beginning stages of the internet, but when you see something on the internet, it's not always true.
Yeah.
But we think, we saw it on our phone, like, this is true, this is truth. Dude, look fucking into it. But we're so, I don't know if it's because we're busy, we're lazy.
Yeah, like, that's honestly a good point, like, why people don't look into it. Dude, I guess everyone's just lazy and, like, they just trust, like, certain sources. And, like, like obviously you have to like you can't be walking around questioning everything. Like you can't just be a bug out who thinks like the government's like the birds are fake.
Like Alex Jones.
Yeah, like you can't. Yeah, you can't. Like there's levels to all of this, but like, dude, like bro, the American government does secret shit all day, bro. We're gonna find out that like they had a captive alien who would talk to their mothership like while in the laboratory, like right now. You know what I mean?
They probably do. I was just reading.
Like the government takes years to like debrief this shit, and they don't even debrief like the actual good stuff. You know?
Yeah, they just give us the shit that they're like.
Like, dude, after COVID, I remember the like UFO confirmed sighting, like just to start to warm us up a little bit. You know?
Oh, don't even get me started. Oh, this guy.
Yeah, perfect.
Dude, I love aliens and stuff, but you're right. The government, like, it makes sense that they're not going to tell us everything.
Yeah.
And I was just reading and watching an article.
Dude, it does make sense. Like, I don't want to know everything. Like, if I knew there was an alien spaceship like sitting above Earth or whatever, cool. Like, oh, that's awesome to know and everything. But the negative side effects of knowing that would probably be like outweigh the benefits of just knowing it's up there.
Facts. But where it gets tricky is there is this organization in, I think it was Israel. It was an Israeli cyber hacking spyware company.
Yeah.
So
the Israelis do it right over there.
They do.
Yeah.
But they're selling, I forgot the company's called like NA, like NAFO. It starts with an N. You would think I would know this. But yeah, so they sell this spyware, and they found on 37 phones that were either journalists, activists, and scientists. They get into your phone and they could see your text, they could see your voice, they could turn on your camera, turn on your mic, see your social media, see who you're talking to. And there's this journalist from where was he from? Jeez. He was from somewhere and he got killed.
Oh, yeah.
Because they thought he was creating a coup against the government.
Yeah, he probably was.
No, I don't know. He might have been. I want to know his name now because I think I posted it again because I saw it once. I'm like, this has to go back up. Yeah, let's see. His name is, I can't find it. Yeah, but yeah, so they found it. It's called Pegasus, is what they use it for. Wait, what does this say? Yeah, the Pegasus Project. Journalists been NSO Group. Those bastards. Unregulated private spyware industry. The list contains more than 50,000 unattributed numbers, including journalists, human rights, civil activists, Arab royal family members, and politicians in more than 50 countries. And once they sell this shit, there's no regulations on it, and which is kind of sketchy. So they could sell it to they claim that
they can sell it to anyone.
Yeah, they say no, it's against terrorists and stuff, and they're like, no U.S. numbers can be tracked, which I don't know if it's true, but they say it. But this guy literally they found it on his wife's phone that they were. Yeah. So they put it on his phone, his wife's phone, and then they got him, and then they mutilated him, and they chopped him up in pieces.
Jeez. That's what I was saying. Like, bro, the Genius Bar, they've done magic for me. They've taken my phone back to life. Like, all you gotta do is plug it in, hit a few buttons, and dude, if the Genius Bar can do that, the government can do anything they want to our phones. And I've just accepted it, honestly. Like, dude, like, I'm not a terrorist. Like, I don't have too much to worry about, you know? Like, there's some, bro, like, they're definitely looking at all my shit, but, like, they're definitely looking at everyone else's shit, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Just, how do you feel about that, though? Do you like that they're just...
Dude, I don't like it, but, like, I don't really think that it's too, like, once again, like, I'm not doing anything crazy, like...
True. So you're taking the side.
I'm okay.
You're taking the side of, well, I'm not doing anything bad. So that makes sense.
Dude, I like music. Like,
I like music.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't comment too much about my feelings of like private security and everything.
It is scary though. I don't like it.
Yeah, like definitely scary. And dude, the webcam thing is crazy. Especially if you guys are listening, Kid Boga on YouTube.
How do you spell that?
KITBOGA. He is hilarious. Okay. He's like some type of tech wizard that his grandma got scammed by like call center scammers, and now he goes out and literally wrecks these guys. Like he has like voice changers to pretend to be a grandma.
Yeah.
He had these people on the phone for 36 hours trying to convince them that he's giving them money as a grandma, like all this stuff. But like, dude, he's able to like turn their webcams on, like access their CCTV in their Jim Browning on YouTube also accesses their CCTV in the call centers. Like, dude, we're not safe. But
we're not safe.
Yeah, but once again, like the fact that everyone is not safe, like, gives me a little comfort, you know.
Fair. Yeah, that it makes me think. My friend Josh was telling me the other day, he's like, yeah, the next war is just not going to be fighting. It's just going to be all virtual.
Like, dude, I was actually thinking about that the other day also. There hasn't been a war in a pretty long time, like other than 2001, like Afghanistan or whatever, Iraq. Like in America, I mean, of course, there's wars everywhere going on. Yeah. But dude, like, I think we're about ready for someone to step out of line or some shit, you know?
There's this,
like, dude, think about it. There was World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, Korean War, the Gulf War, like.
Yeah, and we just pulled all our troops out of Afghanistan, and where was the other place? Syria? I don't know.
I mean, I'd like to think that we're in the 21st century enlightened enough to like understand that wars, but dude, that's just it's so clear that's not true. You know?
We're so stupid, and I think that too. Like when I was growing up, I'm like, oh, we've done the wars, we finished them, we're not gonna fight anymore. And now,
dude, imagine how many times people have said that throughout history.
Yeah, after the first one, they're like,
about the World War.
I'm
that's
glad
the
we
war
figured
to
it
end.
out.
Yeah.
Nope, there's the second one.
Yeah, like 20 years later.
Yeah, but there's this theory. I don't even know it's a theory. But there's like 4 stages of the world, and they just keep repeating. Yeah. And we're in the unraveling stage right now, and I think it was 80 years, like eras or whatever.
Yeah.
So every 80 years, like another war happens, and
dude,
like,
it's closing in.
Oh, it is.
That's what
it says 2028 is when it ends. So we'll see.
I'm a big fan of like looking through history and like understanding like patterns in history and everything, because like, dude, once again, like there's going to be another war. Like it's just human nature. Like there's something you can like take out of that, where you can like look back through history and see like all like just like how stupid history has been, the mistakes we've made, and like kind of makes sense how like we ended up where we are now. Yeah, I mean, we forget it. That's the thing, we forget. Yeah, we forget, and then we repeat, because once it makes sense, 80 years, then everyone's died who's been there. And then it's the new group, and they're like, oh, let's do this. Like, fuck, we did this 80 years ago, and now we're doing the same shit. Dude, but I feel like technology helps that so much. Like, we see videos of all this. Like, everyone's way more exposed to, like, the actual problems that are going on.
Yeah. We need to break the cycle.
Yeah. And, dude, we're in a basement making podcasts right now. Yes. We're trying to break the cycle, you know?
Break the cycle. Break the cycle. But, because this new... When new stuff comes out, it changes everything. Yeah. It really changed, like... Computers, that changed everything. The world is completely different, and that's something we couldn't even predict. And now it makes me think, like, fuck, what's the next thing?
Dude, it's gonna be crazy.
It is gonna be crazy, but a lot of good comes from these things.
Yeah.
Also a lot of bad.
And
the hacking of like these Russian groups, like they're shutting down pipelines for like ransomware.
Yeah. That's like a huge side effect of technology is now, like, once again, dude, if like they can get into my phone, like they can get into the pipelines, they can get into my phone.
My password's just, I'm not, definitely not going to say my password on there.
Dude, somebody can just take my phone and unlock it while I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Just open your eyelids or something.
Dude, somebody I saw in a YouTube video or something the other day. They were like, no chance somebody's getting my phone unlocked. It has access to my YouTube channel, my SoundCloud, my Twitch, my bank account, my credit cards. Like, dude, these phones nowadays are really your life. Like, they're really, really your life.
They're literally an attachment of you.
Yeah.
They're a part of us. And that's, I guess we're going to get probably more and more entangled with them.
Yeah.
That's what.
Isn't Elon Musk doing the, what's it called?
Neuralink.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing that.
Would you get that?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I would get that either. So. I kind of like my brain right now.
I do too.
Yeah.
And just imagine you have a chip in you, and someone could just get into it.
Something can go wrong. Like it's opening the possibility for something to go wrong, and I'm good on that. Honestly,
I'm good for now. Yeah. So we'll see. Like at the first use, it's just gonna be for like spinal stuff and brain injuries, which is good.
Dude, I love that.
Good.
I love technology and medicine.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, but then when we start wilding to like be smarter, like breed better, like whatever, that's like honestly where I'm starting to draw the line.
We're gonna be cyborgs, which sketches me out.
Yeah.
Do you know about this CRISPR stuff?
No.
Like the gene editing?
No.
Dude, it's like they could just
You can like build babies.
yeah, it's designer babies, and it just I'm like,
dude, that's so dangerous. Like it's like the Hunger Games, like District 1, straight up.
yeah, it's gonna be the wealthy are gonna be able to manipulate their kids, and then everyone else is gonna be left behind.
Yeah,
in the rubble.
That's dude, it's like that. I think that says something about like self-confidence in yourself. Honestly, like I want my kid to look just like me, like a little version of me. I think that'd be hilarious. But dude, a lot of people like, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't want my kid to like have black hair, brown eyes, or like whatever, you know?
Yeah,
it's just unnatural in my opinion.
It is so unnatural. It's like we're playing God,
dude. Dude, I'm no scientist, but I'm sure that it's there's a lot more chance something goes wrong when you build a baby in a syringe than how it's been going for thousands of years and how all animals do it.
Yeah, literally everything does it this way. But that's a cool.
There has been a lot of things though that animals are like how everyone's been doing it for a certain way, and then one thing changes and it's out.
Yeah,
so it's like Interstellar. Also, like one of the big things is they have the like sperm bank or whatever with the biodiversity and everything. Dude, that's gonna happen one day. I'm sure they have that already.
What if No, they do. They put it on the moon.
Really?
Yeah,
dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're screwed.
Yeah, sometimes that intrigues me in my little conspiracies. Like maybe that's how we started because they don't know how life started on Earth.
Dude, I'm not like a simulation theory bug out guy.
Yeah.
But I like to point out to people that like the fact that we could be in a computer living in a simulation makes just as much sense to me as Chase Forth the DJ, as evolution or the God, like God, Adam and Eve. Like, dude, like either one, somebody just told me. Like, it's not like I saw the Big Bang.
And there's no proof to any of them.
Like, bro, like there's like I'm not reading those scientific. I don't know, bro.
Even they don't know.
I feel like that's like too big of a question for us to be concerned about. Though.
Our minds are too small.
Yeah, like dude, somebody out there is going to do it. Somebody out there is going to solve it. It's not going to be me, you know?
Yeah, probably won't be me either. And then, yeah, that is true because there's no one knows simulation. They're all just theories. Yeah. No one knows. No one knows.
You can't really discredit it.
You can't.
Yeah.
And then you can't discredit God. And then you can't discredit just it came from nothing.
Right.
Because it's always like, where did...
Dude, who knows?
Yeah,
like, honestly.
No one knows.
I think it's... Dude, like you can't just be bugging out and thinking the birds are fake and just questioning everything.
That one's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's so funny.
They're surveilling us.
There's definitely some bird drones out there, though.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but like people who think birds are fake are bugging.
Yeah, they're pretty real. I saw.
Yeah, I've seen real birds
some
before.
Dead ones.
Yeah,
the drone that's pretty cool. There probably are some drone birds.
Dude, like they have crazy technology out there that we don't know of. Like, I'm sure the U.S. government doesn't tell us about the new crazy stuff they're working on because then everyone else would start working on it. Like, it just makes sense. It's like like, for example, the same way I'm not going to say too much about my live set that's coming out. The government does the same exact thing. Yeah. Like, you got something cooking. They wait until they're ready to announce it.
They don't want their enemies to know either.
Yeah.
They don't want the competition. That's what I think some of these alien UFOs are.
Yeah.
At least the ones now. I don't want to get too much into the...
Like the pill ones, you mean, right?
Anything. Like any of these sightings where there's these technology that we don't know because they go crazy fast. Unexplained, yeah. It could be just the government.
Dude, yeah. Like a different government. Like,
yeah.
Dude.
You know the stealth bombers.
Like China, when they found out that it could have come from Wuhan, we're like, nope. Like, nope, we're done. No one's coming to Wuhan. Dude, just use China as one example. Imagine what all these countries are doing with their own self-interest. Like, there's definitely some... Dude, Russia probably has some crazy stuff going on right now. Like, who knows?
Yeah, we just know... we just found out that North Korea has, like, nuclear submarines.
Dude, like, they're not telling anyone anything. Like, that's a great example.
Yeah, that shit's wild. We don't know anything. Yeah. And we think we do. Even in... but the craziest part...
Dude, that's just so proof, though, that we're not at the enlightened stage yet. Because there's still, like, a North Korea. Like, they're so oppressed, like on a day-to-day basis.
so
It's
bad.
crazy.
Even in China, there's
Oh,
still
yeah.
the concentration camps for this Muslim group. They're like they're fertilizing, not fertilizing, the opposite of fertilizing, sterilizing like the women so they can't have babies.
Dude, China is bugging. I saw a great video. I'm blanking on the guy's name, but he does like a series, and he explained how China, like this is where my political science major ties in a little
let's
bit.
hear it.
He was explaining how China just realized that they're not beating the U.S. in a combat war. Like we have the strongest military.
Yeah.
So what they did is instead, like, fought them on the intellectual side. Like they made all the production of all the materials that we need in China. Everything we need is made in China.
So
like
smart.
the send their students to the best American schools, bro.
That's
like,
the sketchiest thing.
yeah, like China basically just took a step back. We're smart enough to realize that they're not going to beat us in a combat war, especially because America was like clouded back then, and like we would have allies.
Yeah.
And dude, like they just took a step back and started sending all their people to school, just building up China. They have like ghost cities there, dude.
What is a ghost city?
It's like a city the size of New York City, just in the middle of nowhere that no one lives into. No one lives in, and they just have them built ready for the population to grow. It is insane.
That's wild.
Yeah, like 10 million person cities,
Yeah.
no one in there.
Yeah.
Like no one at all, and they're just in the middle of nowhere, China.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Dude, they're smart.
They are smart.
Yeah.
There's the fact that they send like kids here.
Yeah.
To learn from our schools, get in our businesses,
Dude, it is
and then tell them the
it
secrets.
Is insane. Like
It's such a long con.
I guarantee, dude. Right? Like
It's like 20 years
Yeah.
they're planning.
dude, they're smart.
They
Like,
are smart.
The dude, I guarantee you, there's Chinese spies at Syracuse University.
probably.
Guaranteed.
There's got to be.
There has to be.
They send them everywhere.
Dude, if I was an American and I went to school in China and an American official came up to me and were like, "Hey, like, what's up, Chase? Like,
Yeah.
oh, like you seem like a pretty cool guy. Like, you want to just let us know what's happening over in China regarding this specific building or this specific person if you see anything?" I'd be like, no
of course.
problem. Yeah.
Got you.
Anything for my country. And
Yeah.
dude, like I guarantee China's doing that, but 100 times crazier, being like, "We're gonna kill you if you don't tell us."
Yeah. No, they definitely could be. It's sketchy. They're doing the cyber attacks too. Like that one cyber hack where they I don't know the complete details of it, but it was so advanced that it took the US like weeks to figure out what even happened, like what they took.
Dude, like that's what dude, something you got to realize is someone out there is smarter than you and someone out there is better than you at something. So like these hackers, like I guarantee you, like for every insane top level American hacker, there's a better Chinese one. For every top level Chinese one, there's a better American one or whatever. So like it just goes back and forth, like, and you just got to play to your strong suites a little bit. And it's hard on like a huge global scale, especially when you have to keep everything incognito and like behind the scenes to like be able to do that. Especially when where America tries to like uphold democracy and free speech and openness with their people, but
As we shut down and
Yeah.
censor Twitter.
Crazy.
Free speech, right?
yeah,
Even
but
though they're private, whatever.
and then China on the other hand is like, yo, like no, there's no free speech.
Yeah.
Like we don't care. Like we're just trying to be the best country, and it works for them.
No, yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, we're just testing how society works.
Dude, especially with technology, like
Yeah, it's completely different.
crazy difference. Like we can fly anywhere we want now.
Yeah, and it's
If we thought the Colombian exchange?
cute.
Columbus exchange. If we thought the
Okay, yeah.
Columbus exchange like spread disease and animals and all that a lot, like dude, just imagine the effects that it's gonna have in like 100 years from now.
Yeah.
Like I found out that 2/3 of all birds on the planet are chickens. That doesn't make sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that because of like farming and
Yeah,
stuff?
farming and people eating chicken.
We do eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah, and dude, in my opinion, that just doesn't add up. Like
Yeah.
that just doesn't sound like it's correct. It doesn't sound like it should be.
We're killing a lot of animals.
Yeah.
We're killing a lot. I just saw they dumped like thousands of fish into a river from a plane.
Yeah.
Just to like repopulate it.
Yeah, dude. I'm a big advocate for climate change and everything.
Yeah.
Like that's just something that I truly believe in. That we need to just be nice to animals and
I'm
the
with you.
environment in general.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not too hard. Like just don't litter, like stuff like that. Because like, dude, when you throw like a piece of gum down, a bird's gonna come and eat that, and like the bird's gonna die.
It
so like, just
sucks.
don't do that.
Look, it sickens me. Hello, Lucy.
A lot of people have like a really hard time like like, I don't know. They're just.
I look at the.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're chilling. I look at. It sickens me to look at the side of the highway.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
It's terrible.
Some people out there just really don't care at all.
No, they don't. Like, how could Lucy? This is. I also feel bad sometimes. I'm like, oh, we domesticated the fuck out of wolves.
Yeah.
We made them our little bitches.
I saw I saw a video actually yesterday where they were talking about that, and dude, pugs are so just unnatural in the world. Like they're supposed to be like a canine. They come from a wolf. They're supposed to have like wolf instincts and everything. And dude, they can't even breathe because they were breeded that way. Just squished face.
So messed up.
Like in no way would evolution allow that, where they would just make an animal that can't breathe.
And that's like CRISPR. They're literally, but instead of
dude, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen where they're gonna be like, oh, like we prefer the flat face or a long face or like something like that. Like that, dude, you're crazy if you do that.
You don't have to wait generations. You could literally just make it the next one. Oh, that's sketchy. I don't like that.
Dude, a lot of dogs have like serious problems, like health problems, and like a lot of dogs get like hip dysplasia because of just the type of dog they are. And like, dude, imagine if humans just started getting hip dysplasia.
Yeah.
Like those are some serious problems, like past race, sexuality, blah, 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 that those are some serious problems that we're gonna have to deal with in the future. Is like, dude, if you're talking about like just like natural oppression or something, the people who are going to be like seriously oppressed are the people who are born people with disabilities now are like feeling this, but the people who are like born with all these like serious problems that were caused by other people making them are like going to feel horrible effects and just completely change the way like humans are, because like once again, like we've taken thousands and thousands of years to get here, thousands and thousands of years of learning, like problem solving, etc. And dude, if we just breed new people who aren't humans, who's to say that their brains are going to work the same way?
True.
Or
we don't
like,
think of the consequences.
Yeah.
We never think of what's like what could go wrong. We're like, this is gonna be dope. Let's just do it and figure out what's.
And like a Beverly
after.
Hills mom was like, yes, like I can design my kid.
And we just don't think about the repercussions at all, which is we got this. Our science is going so fast.
It's out of control.
It is, and it can't be regulated. Like no one's thinking, okay, if we do this, what could it unleash?
Yeah,
just opening up Pandora's box and letting everything fly.
It's like the Wuhan virus. Like it's cool and all that we're learning more about the COVID strain of diseases or whatever, but then like dude, they, like
you just created
wrecked the world for a year.
Yeah, and the worst part was like China knew in I think it was
December, I believe.
Yeah, it was December or November, and they just were like,
dude, their patient zero is unconfirmed still.
Yeah, it's someone who worked at the lab got it.
Yep.
Like, was the first person to get
and then like 2 weeks later, they said it was the dude at the open air market, but the dude was never even at the market apparently.
Yeah. It's like, and then he like gave it to like, his spouse, like 3 other people, I think.
Yeah, and then it was just out of control from there.
And the people who says that's bullshit, I'm like, all right, what makes more sense to you? That this man-made virus that has not been seen in nature comes from a fucking bat that hopped over to a human, or came from a lab that's working on the virus that had, they had, what's it called? When you get penalties because they weren't operating.
Yeah, like people were telling them that I saw pictures. It was just a dirty lab. It looked like a frat chop room. Honestly, just stuff all over the table. Yeah. Like, dude, can't trust anyone. No, can't trust really other governments. You can't trust our government.
That's I really. You're right. At the point we're not an enlightened species at all.
We love to think we are, but
we're so far from it.
We're so far, dude. We're maybe even getting further from it because we have some false sense of security and knowledge and everything. Like we scroll through Twitter and we think we're like updated, like what's happening today, and you're actually not updated.
I think we really need. This is. I don't know if other civilizations. I don't even know if you can get to this point. I hope you can. But where everyone actually gets along. Yeah. Like in Imagine. I had a dream, I think it was last night or 2 nights ago, about John Lennon. I was talking to John Lennon. Yeah. I thought it was real. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, fuck, I wish this was real. Yeah. But I was talking about Imagine. I'm like, yeah, you really, there's nothing of it. I'm like, I like everything you're saying in this song, but I don't think you can imagine that no one has religion. I feel like you got to have something. But that's kind of just a tangent. I don't know.
Dude, religion is also huge. It's caused a lot of wars, and it's solved a lot of wars.
Yeah, I don't.
And personally, I'm not too religious, so I can't really relate to it. But dude, like, especially back in the day when there was nothing to believe in, God was something to believe in, especially when there was like lightning.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how lightning works. Like
Zeus.
Yeah, like I'm sure, dude. If you told me it was Zeus back in the day, I'd have been like,
Fuck
"Word,
yeah.
go off, Zeus."
I'm in.
Yeah,
No, but it's kind of silly. I don't get how people would go to war for religion. I'm like, the whole point of religion is you treat others with respect and love.
That's like radical Islam too. Like, dude, they're not respecting the religion when they do this crazy stuff. Like, it doesn't say this in the religion, but dude, people get crazy and people get carried away and like people get really locked into something.
Yeah, that's when people get locked. When people believe they're right and they think that their thoughts are them. Yeah, that's when it gets really dangerous. Yeah, because then it's when you attack my thought or my opinion. Yeah, and you're attacking me.
Yeah, personally. Yeah,
we can't think like that.
I'm like also just blessed to like not take something like too seriously. Like somebody could come up to me and be like, "Yo, fuck DJing, you suck," like blah 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 blah, and I'd be like, haha, like funny. Like, you know, like I don't get too insulted by all that, but like, dude, some people do. Like some people get crazy tight.
Yeah, and that I feel that goes back to just yourself.
Like it has to do with really
your self-confidence,
dude, and like the drive that like you have to make a podcast, I have to DJ. Thank God it's not a drive to blah blah blah, like something negative or like we're some type of religious, like we think we're Jesus or something, you know,
some kooks.
Yeah,
because
dude, there's people out there like that, like fully. Like somebody out there right now thinks they're Jesus. Yeah, and they're crazy.
They are crazy. Yeah, not good because you're not.
Dude, like like I don't know. Like it's that's why I would think the DJing thing is not that crazy. Like I just think I'm a DJ. Like I don't think I'm God. Like
just
a DJ. I have a pretty reasonable request.
That's fair, and I like too. We're doing this stuff because like we like it. We're not clout chasing, you know. Yeah. Because these days, especially with social media, it congratulates and congratulates probably not the right word for it, but it seems like if you have a lot of likes and you have a lot of followers, that validates you. Yeah. You're like, I'm validated because all these other people like me. Yeah. Like that, we can't operate like that.
No, it sucks, dude. But like, I'm on the road to get verified on Instagram. Yeah. It's like one of like the biggest things I'm trying to do right now.
I feel like that helps with
blue
what
check,
you're doing.
Dude. Yeah. It's just, dude, it's like social validation. It's like that episode from Black Mirror where the girl's like just looking +1. Dude, like I guarantee you, there's people out there just really like that. And
there are.
Personally, I just like putting stuff out there and seeing if it hits, if it doesn't hit. You know,
facts. Like, we gotta do it for ourselves. Yeah. The happiness. It sounds so cheesy, but it actually does come from within. Dude, and it's hard to find.
Money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy you stuff that makes you happy.
True. Yeah, money definitely makes things easier. Yeah. But it's not needed.
No, not needed. Like I started DJing. A $200 board or something. I just cracked all my softwares. I ripped all my music. Like anyone can do it. And like obviously this podcast is a lot nicer because you have the nice setup. Nice
I got the nice setup. I went for it.
Like but dude, like you don't need it per se. But
I could just be having a conversation.
Yeah, it really does take it to the next level. Yeah, and that's bringing it back. That's how you stand out now. I think is you. Yeah. You do something, you're an amateur, but you make it professional.
Yeah, I'm all about, like, if I'm going to do something, this is how I've always been. If I'm doing something, I'm doing 110%. Like, I'm not half-assing anything.
Dude, I completely agree. I think that's honestly why I've gotten, like, a lot of support and a lot of, like, everything for, like, my DJing. Is because I always thought about, like, dude, how do we stand out? Like, how do we make it better? So, like, for example, like, my frat house, I turned like the inside like and made it look like a literal club where like the lights were crazy.
You gotta make a tutorial for that.
I know, dude. Honestly, I got to. Yeah. And dude, I always think like what do you do to make you stand out? So like the live set that I have coming out, the location that I'm in, hopefully will stand out a little bit because no one's ever done it before or anything like it. Yeah.
You could honestly make like a service where you're a consultant.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, honestly. It's like a consulting service.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Or like, I could be like a manager or something, because like I do know a couple few tricks from doing this the past 5 or 6 years or whatever, you know.
Yeah, when you going back to the music a little bit, when you Do you like read the crowd?
Yeah, that's like a lot of what DJing is. And personally, I don't love it because I have a certain style of music and I've gained the confidence where I know that I honestly have good music taste. Like,
Yeah.
I must. Like,
You must.
yeah, like I must, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm confident in by this point. But yeah, you really do have to read the crowd a lot because, for example, like at one of these New York City gigs, like, I would love to just rip like heavy house music the whole time, but like no, I gotta like take it back a little bit, like lighten it up, throw a couple of well-known sing-alongs in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's really different for every crowd. Like for example, tomorrow night, going on at 12:30 back to back with one of my friends, and it's a Wednesday night, probably not the fattest night at this bar, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna rip like good house style music.
Yeah.
But like for example, I did a younger, very well promoted, like one of those classic New York City parties, and I was ripping I threw like Sandstorm in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love Darude.
Yeah. So like yeah, that's how I love to mix it up.
Yeah, that is fun. Oh my gosh, you get Darude Sandstorm. That's such a. Where did that even come from?
Dude, I don't know, but I saw a tweet from John Summit of him playing it, and I thought it was hilarious. So I started playing it
Wait,
too.
who's John Summit?
He's dude, he is awesome. He's like my role model right now.
Okay.
He's a 23-year-old DJ who last year he was making like a YouTube video saying like how to make tech house, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, just a random kid. Then a month later, he released one of his songs, blew up. Deep End by John Summit.
Okay.
It's you've definitely heard it before. It's
probably did.
Huge.
Yeah.
And now he's on world tour. 2 weeks later, 23 world tour. And I think he's so funny because he keeps it real on social media. Like he's posting pictures and videos of him like taking shots and whippets. Being like I'm on in 20. See you soon, El Paso.
Yeah.
Like he keeps it real. And dude, he's a huge inspiration because he's 23 and blew up immediately, and now he's eating, just releasing songs all the time, on tour everywhere, crazy lineups and everything. And he's like renowned as like he's a top artist now. Like he's fully certified now,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I think being real is very important too, because people get lost being like, I have to be like this so I can get famous.
Yeah, I struggle with that a lot, honestly, where I have to decide between like the level of professionalism in my brand, but then also like maintaining a real persona and everything.
Yeah, because it is difficult. I do think authenticity shines out a lot more in at least today's era because it feels like everyone's so fake.
Yeah,
you know,
especially like all like the dude, especially in New York, Miami, LA. Like there's actual clout chasers out there who like. Dude, I think buying Instagram followers is like the dumbest thing you could literally possibly do.
Don't hit that loose.
Like, for example, I won't name any names to get anyone mad just in case, but there was a DJ the other night and I saw him. I was like, damn, 15K on Instagram? Like, shit, like this guy's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, all fake followers, and he literally sucks. Like, horrible.
Where do you...
That's, like, dude, like, who are you trying to fool, honestly?
Yeah, people can look and be like, just literally go to your likes. It's like, oh, you have like 5 likes.
Bro, like he literally had like 50 likes, 15K followers. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, likes like vary per person, per content, etc. But like, dude, nah.
That's
like,
cap. You could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell. It's very clear. But that goes back to like you're not confident enough in yourself.
Dude, right?
To
like,
grow.
That's why I've like never really like, dude, like I'm gonna just blow up on Instagram one day, hopefully.
Yeah.
Like over the course of time or like whatever, like I'm sure it will happen or whatever. But buying Instagram, buying followers, buying likes, buying plays, like that's just all so stupid.
Yeah.
And it really messes with like the algorithms behind these social medias, which are huge for discovery, dude. Like,
how do they even work? Like, how do you get
I have
found?
no idea, and they work differently on every single platform. But dude, like I think about it this way, like I could, if I got 1,000 people I know to listen to my song, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
There's no way I
insane.
can get 1,000 people.
That's insane.
However, the SoundCloud algorithm will pump my song to 2,000 random people a day. Like way more reach, way more potential. Like, so it's all about the algorithms.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to like, do you post clips of this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. So dude, one of those clips could just hit the algorithm and blow up.
That'd be wild. It's usually around, I try not to look, but it's like usually 1 or 2. And like
1 or 2 what?
People. Like on the clips. Like when I have a person on, like that, it depends on the person because it's like different viewers. Like I have some constant people that watch, but it's usually whoever comes on. It's like their friends.
Yeah,
that
true,
watch.
true. Yeah, my friends will definitely watch this. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hello.
But yeah, it's difficult with the. I don't know how the algorithms work because I've been trying to rebrand like my Instagram because I post clips there too.
Yeah.
And
do you have 2 Instagrams?
Well, I have like my personal Instagram,
and then like a bad role models one.
And then the bad role models one is where I post the clips. I post like to the story of just like cool shit I think is interesting. So I do that every day, which like people actually like.
Yeah.
Because I don't even use my normal one anymore. I just go on my bad role models Instagram because I follow like
and then
news
post
sources.
what you actually want.
Yeah, it's what I want to see. It's like I post animals and like science stuff, which I find way better.
Dude, that's really interesting. And like that's a decision that I had to make is whether or not I'm changing my Instagram to my music Instagram or I'm making another one just for my music.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you
and
about
dude,
that.
I just said, fuck it, honestly. I'm just going to switch over to music. Like it's what I'm trying to do anyway.
So
I just took all my X amount of followers from my normal Instagram and converted them into fans.
That's a move.
Yeah, I think that's honestly a better play.
So now, do you want to go by Teaspoon?
Like not like on like a day-to-day basis, but like like a lot of people know me as Teaspoon.
Yeah.
Especially at Syracuse, like people don't call me Chase at Syracuse. It's
just Teaspoon.
Yeah, it's Teaspoon or T.
Where did that name come from?
Dude, I was waiting for that, honestly. It's a great story.
Yeah.
So my brother went to Syracuse, and my last name is Fort.
Yeah.
And he was really drunk one night, and it was like, somebody was like, yo, what's your name? Like, what's your name? And he's like, James Fork, like fucking around.
Yeah.
So then everyone called him Fork, and then Spoon.
Gosh.
And then, so he's Spoon, and then I'm Teaspoon, which is a smaller version of a spoon. And dude, it's stuck, honestly.
That's so funny. I like that.
Like, everybody called me Teaspoon.
Yeah.
Like all girls, like all guys, like obviously my friends knew I was like Chase Ford and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like literally.
What are you doing?
I never really had a nickname before that, and I like Teaspoon. So
yeah.
I think it's an interesting name, interesting story behind it. So I like to stick with it.
I like that. And you can't choose your own nicknames.
Yeah,
it's natural.
Everybody called me Teaspoon.
Yeah. It was natural. That's cool. I never got a nickname like. Well, some people call me Cum Daddy.
Yeah, not the exact same type of nickname.
Yeah, not a great nickname that I could just like brand myself.
Yeah, you can't
as.
really brand.
Can't be Cum Daddy.
Yeah, that's like some dude's OnlyFans name.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking like, I was working for this lady, like moving her out of her house, and like her friend came over or something. She's like, "Ooh, can you take your shirt off?" Like. It was like
there's crazy people out there,
and I'm like, as like a joke, but I was thinking to myself, like, I can make a lot of money if I just became a
dude. I made an OnlyFans account just because I saw an ad for they're trying to get DJs to hop on OnlyFans.
Are they?
Yeah, so I hopped over there and reserved the username. But dude, OnlyFans is crazy how much these girls make.
They make so much.
Even random dudes making money. Like who knows who's making money?
This stuff?
I have no idea.
Just like, do they know what porn is? Just like Google it.
I know.
It's everywhere.
Bro, it's free versus paid.
It's everywhere.
Like, bro, I have no idea.
I don't get it.
I could see people, say like, a girl or something that gets an OnlyFans and you're like, yo, like I gotta see this.
Yeah.
But like, nah, like, dude, I guess people like religiously use OnlyFans. They must. Like, considering how much these people make, there has to be some people out there who like live, breathe OnlyFans the same way that we're on Instagram all the time or whatever.
True. Do you think... Because I feel every so often the platform switches. Like it used to be MySpace. Yeah. Now then it was Facebook. Dude, now it's Instagram.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Instagram is going pretty hard. Like they've had a bunch of years, bro, and it's still my main source.
Yeah.
And,
is that just because we're old though?
Like I don't know. Like, dude, something mad interesting that I noticed is the change between asking a girl for her Snapchat and for her number. Like I noticed that senior year of college.
Was it phone number before?
No, it was Snap before, bro.
Really?
Like like through high school and like younger, where you'd be like, yo, like what's your Snap?
Yeah.
And now it's either follow on Instagram or get their number if you're getting crazy.
Interesting. For me, like, because I'm still Lucy. What are you doing?
And dude, I think it's like your age is like really the dividing line.
Yeah, I feel like most of my class, like I still ask for Snapchat.
Yeah, like I think it's your age, dude.
Yeah. So you think the younger kids are going for Snapchat or phone numbers?
Snapchat.
Okay.
They're all going for Snapchat.
Yeah, and
because you guys had like Snapchat in middle school or whatever.
Yeah, it did come out in middle school.
We started texting girls, then we'd snap them, then I think we're back to texting now.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, like, obviously, like, dude, I don't like walking around like just taking selfies with me.
True.
Just like having,
It is
like,
kind of weird.
having like a whatever talk on Snapchat. Like, you know what I mean? If I need to talk to you, I'll text you.
Yeah.
Or like if I see something funny, like where I'm taking a Snapchat, I'll shoot it over to you.
Yeah.
But, like past that, like not really using Snapchat too much.
Yeah, I hate conversations on Snapchat. Like, I despise them.
Dude, like it doesn't make sense to text somebody on Snapchat, especially when it disappears every time.
I forget
Yeah.
every
forget
time
everything.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's always like 2 hours in between each
Yeah,
one. I'm like,
it's, like,
what
impossible.
the fuck are we talking about?
And then the people who save the messages every time, I
Yeah.
don't get that either. Just text them.
Yeah,
Or
yes, so
I mean,
true.
if you don't have their number, understood, but get their number.
You're like, yo, can I have your number?
Yeah.
I honestly despise. I can't talk to people during Snapchat, and it's hard because that's like a big part of.
Dude, it's like a huge part, like
I
especially branding, social media, and everything.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I'm not a huge Snapchatter. Like I used to Snapchat as much as the next guy or whatever. But like, especially recently, bro. Like, I don't really want to be walking around taking weird selfies of myself.
No,
Like,
it's bad. I think a lot of streaks used to be huge, but
yeah, like I was never too about that stuff.
no. But I think it's shifting to TikTok, honestly, because that's where it seems like all these kids are like. I'm trying to get a read from my campers.
Yeah.
To see what they're into. I'm like, oh, you guys like Justin Bieber? They're like, no.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, wait,
I like
what?
Justin Bieber though. I
Yeah,
think he's
Justin
sick.
Bieber's sick. Yeah. But like all the people that our friends used to be obsessed with in school.
Olivia Rodrigo's the new one.
I'm like, they taught me about her the other day. I'm like,
Yeah.
They're like, do you like Ed Sheeran? They're like, no. I'm like, who do you like? They're like, Olivia Rodrigo. I'm like, who the fuck's Olivia Rodrigo?
Fucking lucky girl.
Yeah,
lucky
she's
girl.
like 16.
She's 18.
Oh my god.
Lucky girl, dude.
Yeah, she's got it made. But I think TikTok seems to be the place where things are blowing up.
I just started on TikTok, and like my first 7 days on TikTok, 30,000 views.
Really?
Yeah, which
fuck.
dude, you can't. I mean, I used to be like, yo, TikTok's so weird. It's just underage girls and their butts. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like, this is weird.
Yeah.
And nah, like, dude, numbers don't lie. Like,
They don't.
No, 30,000 people seeing me in 1 week. I can't ignore that. Honestly, it was more than all my other social media platforms combined.
Yeah.
So you really like TikTok's a powerful force, and the TikTok algorithm is crazy, bro. Like next level. And like the reason I started is because I realized like, yo, some idiots are huge on TikTok.
A
like,
lot of idiots huge.
And like TikTok followers and like aren't as valuable as like Instagram followers if we're talking like +1 point social media value.
Yeah.
But dude, I would take 50K on TikTok. You know what I mean? Just having access to 50,000 people.
Yeah. I mean, it gets your brand out. I honestly got to get on that. But how
you
do
should just post clips or something to
Yeah.
TikTok.
How long do the videos last?
When I started, it was 1 minute, but I either updated it or like upgraded my account where I can do 3 minutes now.
Really?
Yeah. But like I
Interesting.
usually just do like little mixes, like especially when I was in Syracuse and I had a great setup. Like I would just rip out 3 videos a day.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a move.
Yeah.
Because you got to be consistent with your stuff.
Yeah, it's all about consistency, especially with the algorithm. Like the algorithm rewards consistency.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's very difficult to get your name out there with what I've been noticing.
Yeah.
Because you can Google bad role models or like it won't come up on
Yeah.
Google.
Teaspoon doesn't come up.
Yeah. Like how do you get? I think you
Dude,
have to pay.
Yeah, no, it's called SEO. I think my brother does a lot of it. Where it's like, dude, like you can just like there's a way to like structure your webpage and everything that makes it like just show up higher. So like eventually I'm gonna need to hire somebody to make my website show up first when somebody Googles TSPOON. Like there's a way to do it.
They send me emails like these spam accounts. They're like, "Oh, we saw your logo in your podcast. It looks like you're not appearing on Google.
Yeah.
Pay us money and we'll get you up there."
Dude, these Instagram bots that people have set up are crazy. Like, like the what they can do is they'll target a certain person's followers. So, like for example, for me, like for example, like 2 friends does like mixes, kind of similar to mine a bit. Like college type people. So like what I could do is like there could be a bot where I could set it up to go through all of 2 friends' followers and then send them a DM saying like that exact DM that you saw, like just a copy and paste type DM. And they even have it good enough where I could be like, hey, and then fill in their name, like, and then blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't even be that hard to set up either.
Like, dude, like if you can use a computer, you can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's people going crazy with that out there.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend set up one of those. His name's Kyle Papilli. He's a genius. but he started this website where it would notify a bunch of people when the new Elon Musk like whiskey came out or something. Yeah. And it would I don't get this stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty easy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, to some people.
To some people. Yeah, they got if you're good at that stuff, you're pretty set for your life.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, but that shit's wild. I don't get how they do that. There's too many bots. I don't know. That's another thing with social media, with the Photoshop and stuff.
Oh, dude, like, it's crazy.
I don't know what's real anymore. Like the deep fakes too.
Yeah.
Like they could take our voices just from this and
say anything.
Yeah,
dude, there's a 2-hour clip of me talking now. I've said every syllable.
Oh yeah, big time. And they have our faces too.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could do like whatever you want, you know, like, and you could sit here bugging out all day about it, or you could just accept that's the way the world is. And I choose to fight my battles elsewhere rather than humanity level battles. You know,
fair. You win this one, humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same path, like for getting, like I hate to say it, but like getting canceled or all this shit. Yeah. I'm just like, all right.
Dude, cool. Like, it's some people's opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you have your opinion. I'm going to keep going.
My friend fully got canceled for something not even bad at all.
Yeah.
And he's fine. Like, no problem.
It doesn't.
There's like the Mo Bear cancelings. Those are terrible. Because when you Google search the kid's name, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
like, he's done. I feel so bad for him.
I feel very bad. That shit
very,
sucks.
Very fucking stupid mistake.
Yeah.
And very stupid that it got out. But he really screwed himself over in one night.
That sucks. That shit makes me like.
And the video, who knows what his thoughts are? Who knows, like, blah, blah, blah. Just that one video that went fully viral of him.
Kills
like,
everything.
Kills him. Like, he got kicked off of a football team because of it. Crazy.
It's really brutal. But it just shows the power of the mob.
Dude.
And then they were trying to come after other kids that like didn't even say stuff bad.
Like just his friends.
Yeah. No, well that too. Like, but this is even a different situation. They were like coming after different kids for like the shit was like bullshit. And then at that point they're like, oh, discredit this person who's saying this stuff.
Yeah, eventually like dude, it's the mob mentality also. Like the same way that there's one mob going the other way, there's another mob going like clashing with them.
But the people that are like just shutting their mouths and just like, all right.
Dude, we obviously have to have a level of like respect for ourselves, respect for others. We have to have a certain level of decency, etc. and everything. But dude, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone says stupid stuff.
That's what I don't get. I'm like, if canceling does nothing, if you sit down with the person and have a conversation,
unless honestly the person was wilding, then a public shaming, quick public shame could
public
be in
shaming
store.
Puts everyone in check. But it's just like, I'd rather someone, instead of like saying, oh, you did this, like cancel me publicly, just sit down with me, talk to me, tell me why you feel this way.
Bro, that's how we end wars.
That's talk.
Yeah, talk.
I really do believe in that. And that's why I love this podcast, because I could my whole thing is I want to hear other people's perspectives.
Yeah.
And this guy, my friend, who I think was the last one, he was talking to me about creationism and saying how he doesn't believe in evolution. And I'm like, dude, that makes no sense. But like, I heard him out. I heard why he thinks this. And I'm like, hey, if you think that, that's great.
Yeah, cool. As long as he has like good reasoning behind it.
Yeah, he believes
it's not letting, dude, as long as you don't let these like crazy ideas that you think like might be true or whatever, like really dictate your life and you're a normal person at the end of the day, like I don't think there's any harm in it.
Yeah, ideas are viruses.
Yeah.
You get a bad idea and it consumes your mind.
Dude, that's what these like cancel culture people must feel like. They must feel like it's their job to it's really their job to
social justice warriors.
To be the one to, and like, dude, like there's going to be, somebody has to be the one to do it, but like I feel like there's a lot of like, as you said, just really sit down and talk to them, like really express your feelings towards the subject as well as hear their feelings towards the subject. And like, dude, you could leave the conversation being like, that kid's an idiot.
Yeah.
But at least you sat down and like gave it a chance, you know?
True.
I've never been like a violent person or like I didn't get in one fight at Syracuse, which I'm surprised.
That's impressive.
About. Yeah.
I got hit with a 2x4.
Yeah, like I was able to make it 4 years without somebody punching me.
That's impressive. It is. People, when they get drunk, they love to fight.
Yeah.
Dude, the fights.
Especially young kids, bro. I was talking to a Morristown bar owner that's 23 plus only, and he said, dude, it's all 21 and 22-year-olds that just get drunk as hell and fight. And I thought that was like 18, 19-year-olds who like had fakes and stuff, but now it's still like a problem even at like my age, your age.
Testosterone.
Dude, right? Like some people are crazy. We're all just like chemicals, bro. And if like the chemicals hit wrong, like oof, could be a bad day.
That is wild. We are just chemicals. But yeah, I think I was at that. The 23 bars is a cool.
Yeah, I kind of like the concept,
it's
honestly.
a cool idea.
Especially, dude, it obviously sucks 'cause I'm 22 and like I can't get in. But like, once again, I'm a nice, young, respectable man who can say hello and shake somebody's hand, so I can get in any of these places. Honestly,
true. You just gotta be respectful.
They're just looking for the drunk idiots.
There's
like,
so many stupid people.
Dude, there's a lot of stupid people. And like, I said this earlier, but dude, especially college kids, like I love people. Like anybody who puts their energy into something like this rather than just be like, yo, what bar are we going to tonight? Like, let's go at 5 p.m. and then stay there till 2. Like obviously everybody needs to blow off some steam sometime.
Yeah, I agree.
I love a good bar run, don't get me wrong. But dude, like you gotta have a reason to need to blow off steam, you know what I mean? Like if you're just going to bars every night, just going to parties every night, like you're not really going to get anywhere. Like I was lucky enough that like every frat party that we had, I was like working at pretty much because I was DJing, like make sure the party was going on. So it really helped me like stay in line a little bit and not get too
off the rails.
Too off the rails during college.
I like that because
like, dude, I could never be like, dude, never, I could be like blacked out because I have thousands of dollars of equipment.
Yeah, fair. That's good. It keeps you in check. And college, people don't. Well, I guess people do think of it. But it's
a lot of people think of it as just an absolute dick off time.
Yeah, but it can't be.
Can't be.
You need to find. This is our time, like as children, to find balance.
Yeah.
Between having fun and doing your work. But some people are just all fun, and it fucks them up.
Somehow they get their work done. Some of them, which I find crazy.
Some.
Some obviously just get the boots. Some parents pull, but some kids are able to just be idiots the whole time and make it through.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I guess I respect. Like, you know, like
find your balance. Yeah. It's really all about balance.
Everyone's different, so I guess that's how you're doing it. That's how you're doing it.
Yeah. No, kids. Oh my gosh, I feel bad. It's just once you get.
Dude, a lot of kids have really lost it in college. You know, like where they don't have their parents, they don't have somebody to take care of them, they don't have their maid, like
their maid. Yeah, dude,
like,
some people are so messy. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, pick up your fucking food.
Dude, like some people just don't get it. Like, and you either get it in college or you just leave college not getting it, and you're like that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, what I've noticed is just like kids like us who have had drinking experiences in high school. We understand it in college, and you don't get blacked out. Like you don't fucking act like an idiot.
I definitely got drunker in high school, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Because we're learning.
Yeah.
But then there's the kids that never partied in their life. They show up and they're like, there's Xanax. There's
dude,
all this shit.
You're crazy.
And
like all these kids.
Ripping.
Dude.
Like, fuck. It's
like
bad.
Something that still shocks me, bro, is as a little preface, I don't really do drugs. Like I've never I've smoked pot and alcohol. But other than that, like I'm not a huge advocate of drugs personally. I don't have a problem with other people doing them. Like I don't look down on people who do them. I completely understand why people do them.
Yeah.
But personally, I like to be in control of myself. I like to be in control of the situation. And drugs put you in a place where you can't do that. But I honestly find it crazy the balls that some of these people have. Where they'll be like, yo, I just bought Molly in the bathroom and took it. Like
what?
Dude, like, yo, are you crazy? Like honestly.
Like what is in that? You don't know that's Molly.
You have no idea it's Molly. You bought it from some dude in the bathroom. That's how it that's how it goes bad.
Yeah, it's a horror story.
Yeah,
this is a start.
Yeah, like this is like how horror stories start. So like, dude, some kids have that type of confidence, like have that type of dude. I think they're crazy.
I do too.
Yeah,
I don't understand it, and that's why I actually advocate for legalization of everything. And it sounds wild to start, but I really think with regulation and legalization,
like some Sweden type you like.
Exactly. So instead of putting people in prison for like drugs, you put them in rehabilitation centers to help them get off the drugs. Because at a certain point, it's a disease.
You got to show them a better life.
Yeah, but for alcohol, I think it needs to go down to like how they do it in Germany and Europe, where you could have beer at like 16 with your family and stuff, and then at 18 you could have like spirits or Sprites.
Yeah, I guess spirits. I never really understood why they call it that. Just call it liquor or something.
It's liquor, hard stuff.
Yeah.
But it makes so much more sense. And it's honestly a forbidden fruit for us here.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, like, exactly. And everyone, all these movies about college, like Animal House or whatever, like, dude, like, especially, like, love the Nelk boys. Don't get me wrong. Think they're fire. Think they're great businessmen. Think they're good role models in the creative space. But, like, bro, they just encourage underage drinking, like, unlimited amounts. And, like, dude, like, that's fine. Everyone can have a few drinks. Everyone can get drunk. But a lot of kids, like, dude, like, they go off the deep end. Like,
they glorify it.
Yeah, really glorifying like drugs and alcohol, in my opinion, is just kind of a stupid idea. Like, it's cool and all. Like, I love having a few drinks, loosening up or whatever. But, like, bro, being wasted isn't that cool.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
you need to find the balance. You actually make such a fool out of yourself.
Yeah, dude, I've seen some crazy things go down in college, and then kids wake up the next morning and be like, "Fuck it, it's Saturday, let's do it again."
Yeah, the Zans makes no sense to me.
Yeah, no, people are bugging.
It makes no sense. I'm like, you look like an idiot. You're acting like an idiot. Everyone knows what you're doing and think you're an idiot. And you don't remember any of it.
Yeah, like, I don't understand the
makes
point.
No sense.
It makes no sense to me.
No sense.
Like, people will, they'll be like, "Yo, that night was fire." Like, I don't remember anything. Like, okay. Like, that doesn't.
I bet it was fun.
Yeah, that doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah. That is true. The people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so much fun. I didn't remember any of it.
Bro, like,
how do you know?
I've definitely had some not remember nights at Syracuse. They were definitely fun, but dude, like, I don't know, like, everyone has to have a few big nights out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's hard. It's the balance.
Yeah,
it's finding the balance.
You gotta find a balance. Like, that's why especially in DJing, like, it's all about longevity. And if I'm going to parties all the time, like,
getting blasted,
dude, like, I'm fucked. Like, for example, the other night I went on at 2 a.m. and my friends had a table at the club beforehand, and I had one drink at the table,
that's
a Red Bull vodka.
That's
like,
self-control, though.
Yeah, because I realized, bro, like, I can do it hammered, but, like, nah, like, I'm not trying to spend a 3-hour night drinking and then have to go balls to the wall for my set. Like, I'm just not there, you know?
No. Yeah, the balance, it must be interesting for, like, your music too.
Yeah.
Like, when you set it up.
Yeah.
Because you sang at the beginning you don't want to do too hard. Like, I don't get, like, how do you balance out the music?
Dude, like, also it just depends. Like, once I have like 2 or 3 drinks, like, in the DJ booth or whatever, like at college, what I would do is just grab maybe like a 6-pack of Bud Lights just from the racks or whatever, just leave it in the booth. So, like, over the course of the 4-hour night or like 3-hour night, whatever, 6 beers, like, maybe a shot or 2 in between there, like, who knows, like, nothing too crazy. Like, I'm still able to, I'm all there, like, I know where all my stuff is and everything, but dude, like, people really just don't know how to find that balance, like, whatsoever.
It's hard, especially for DJs. Like, you're literally
Yeah.
at a party.
Dude, it's
like,
all...
That's your you're at a, that's your job.
Yeah, that reminded me, like, longevity is... Dude, like, Avicii was an alcoholic, and he died from alcoholism.
Didn't he smash a bottle on his head or something?
I'm not exactly sure, but, like, dude, like, it'll get you. It'll get you in the end, and that's also something that really divides successful DJs from non-successful DJs, because, like, dude, if I was at that club drunk as fuck, like, breaking stuff, like, spilling, like, dude, there's no chance I'm getting invited back. No. Like, simple as that. So, like, you really got to look at it as, like, I remember, like, some girl was talking to me, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I can't leave. Like, I can't move from right here. I'm at work right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, because the DJ spot, like, people love going up.
Yeah,
at least in frats, they, like, love going up. Do you just...
Dude, it's hard to balance. Like, in the frat house, when, since I knew everyone really well in the frat, and, like, you know, it's all jokes, and, like, you know the atmosphere there, dude, I've punched someone in the face before, like, straight up from the booth down on them.
Yeah.
Because they were getting too handsy with me, and, like, they knew that was coming. Like, I warned them. But, like, yeah, dude, like, especially girls, it's so annoying. It's so annoying.
Can you play this song for me?
Dude, I've dealt with that all day. And what these girls don't understand is you need to download all the music you DJ before the night. So I can't even take song requests. Yeah. Like, I simply can't take song requests. Yeah. So, dude, some of these, like, for example, this girl the other night at this club was like, oh my God, like, it's my birthday at midnight. Like, can you please? And I was like, yeah, like, I actually have a remix, a crazy house remix of this birthday song. I'll throw it on. Then I didn't even realize my set's over at 12. And, the other DJ, it's like, yo, I'm on. I'm like, oh, yeah, shit, no problem. Like, I don't care. It's not my problem. Yeah. This girl started freaking out at me. And I was just like, I'm not even DJ anymore. Like, talk to this kid now. Like, she was like, you could have just said no. And I was just like, yo, honestly, I was going to play it. But, like, just so happened, like, I didn't put together that my set's over now. Like, sorry. And, like, dude, this girl was so butthurt about it.
She's probably so drunk, too.
Dude, so drunk. That's, like, the worst part is just dealing with dude, I've had people spill shit on my board. Like,
Oh,
literally,
what do you do with that?
dude, you're fucked. Like
Yeah.
at the end of this school year, somebody broke my board. Just spilled beer on it and just broke my board. Which, like, dude, it sucks, but like that's what happens when you're at a party and people are drunk.
Yeah, gets messy.
Yeah, it gets messy, honestly.
It gets real messy.
And that's why, like, you got to be the one to, like, you got to be the level head when everyone's messy. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, if I'm drunk as fuck and all the power shuts off, I can't just stumble around, find the breaker, and then start playing with electricity while drunk as hell. Like, you know?
What do you look for? Like, what's a good night for you?
Dude, good question, honestly.
Yeah.
It depends. Am I DJing that night or no?
Yeah.
All right. So say, all right. So like, dude, like an ideal night, and like, say I'm going to New York, I have an ideal night. Hopefully a lot of friends come with me because I love friends and I love when people bring other friends. Like I love when everyone's just having a great time at the club. But I love lights at clubs. Like I look for a cool lighting system, and a sound system is really important because I rip like heavy kicks, heavy bass. So like a ripping sound system is essential. But I'm not at the point yet where I can be too picky. But like a great night out, like a fat club, crazy lights, and then like a DJ set where I can like play like not like where I don't like when I know the crowd's just gonna love what I play, like where I can just play what I want and I know they're gonna love it. And I've been like trying to like work my way towards that a little bit more, where like it's the teaspoon sound. Like if you hire me, you know what you're getting. Like I'm not doing anything else. Like you don't even ask me to do anything else because you know like what to expect from me.
Yeah. How would you describe your sound?
Dude, like I've been thinking like that's like a huge part that I have to like put words to it, but like
yeah, it's hard to to put words to music.
Yeah, I'm gonna use some technical terms if anyone knows. Like I do a mix between like tech house, which is like hard house music, the funny noise, the funny like sound noises you hear, like kind of weird music, mixed with like normal house music, which is just like the pooch pooch. And I love the hard kick, the hard bass, because I think that's what gets people dancing. And melodic house also. I really love virtual synthesizers, or like when they use synthesizers to make like crazy sounds. And I really love like nice crisp synthesizers over like a hard like kick and bass line that just like rips through the club.
That is cool. Do you think you're just gonna like maybe make your own? Yeah. Like your own subgenre?
Dude, that's the goal. That's the dream, honestly. That's like for example, like Fisher started tech house. Like he was the first losing it, blew tech house up out of the water, and then from now on, Fisher's the king of tech house. So once he made his own genre, dude, if you make it, you're the king. Like
you are.
So what I gotta do is bring it back to like forming it. Is like I'm hopefully gonna make a mix between tech house, and like melodic house or something, and make it into my own sound. So
little
like,
soup.
Yeah, a little soup.
Little soup.
Yeah. So take fans from a couple of genres and just like put them together, and that's like how a lot of like Kygo, for example, started tropical house, and that's how he blew up. And like that's like that's another really good way to blow up. There's like 100 ways to blow up, and that's a really good one.
Yeah, that sounds like I love the combining. Like we were talking about this earlier. The combining of stuff is so good. But I didn't know Kygo made his own. Yeah,
it was tropical house, and it blew up for like a couple years, and then Kygo like fell off the map kind of. You don't really hear too much about him, but he's always like goated and respected in the music world because of that.
Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, you got to put your footprint down.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to hear what you come out with. Like, can you say anything about your new set? Like, where are you? What are you doing with it?
I can't say where it is, because it will give it away too much. Okay. But it is. I was a DJ at Syracuse, and I spent 4 years starting my DJ career at Syracuse. So it's an ode to that.
I like it.
Yeah, that's all I can say so far. Do we have a date? So far. It's in editing right now, and my friend in film school is going ham editing it. That's there's a lot of goddamn footage. I have 5 camera angles, a drone, as well as a lot of other footage.
For 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a lot of footage.
Yeah, dude.
People don't understand, like, editing.
Oh, my... Dude, it was 180 gigs of footage.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. That's a lot. And for people that don't know, this podcast...
I don't know anything about editing. And, I had to learn all of that.
So much.
Yeah.
That's the thing I didn't know about, like, because I'm TV, radio, and film. So for class, like, for every shot you take, you do it each scene by itself, different angles, the same thing like 10 fucking times.
Yeah,
and you pick the best one.
Shooting with my friend, like shooting a couple short films with him, it really opened up my eyes to that. And dude, like as a DJ and like as a podcast, like dude, I have to know Photoshop, After Effects, how to make music, how to use DJ software, how to use lighting software, how to use editing software, how to use a camera, like how to use a drone, like just so many random skills that like, dude, I'm just gonna pick them up over time, you know?
Yeah,
like
you learn on the fly.
Yeah, you learn on
something
the fly.
you can't learn in school. Like this hands-on stuff, I think school has its benefits for teaching you like some knowledge, but until you get in the industry you want to be in, I think you can learn so much more from just diving head first.
A great example of that is Bandier at Syracuse is supposed to be renowned as one of the best in this country. And their final project for Bandier, for a group of 5 of them, was to put on a 20-minute live stream.
Wow.
So then all the Bandier kids were then asking me, the poli-sci major, to help them because I was putting on 4-hour live streams by myself every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They just got to do it.
Dude, great. Like, I thought that was crazy. Like, Bandier clearly can't be that good compared to, like, just doing it yourself.
Yeah, but it gives you, I feel like,
it's like connections, dude.
Definitely the connections.
And it gives you the confidence, honestly.
Exactly.
Like, I was in Bandier.
I was in Bandier, and you learn the little things. Because some people just don't have, like, the drive like you just to, like, go for it. Yeah. Just to hop in.
Dude, a lot.
Not knowing anything.
Most people don't. Most people end up poor and sad.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, people need to follow their dreams.
Right.
They really do. But then I also think if everyone followed their dreams, like, well, then
the world like wouldn't work.
Jobs?
Yeah. So that's why I don't complain about it too much. I just try to be confident in myself and just like be confident that, dude, somebody out there is doing it. Somebody out there is gonna be the next big. Like, why not you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you keep pumping stuff out, this is my thing. Like Rogan took him like 10 years to get where he is.
Eventually it bites.
Yeah, eventually. If you keep putting out good stuff, someone's gonna notice eventually.
Yeah. For example, the house artist Chris Lake. He's 39 right now, and he just performed at the Brooklyn Mirage this weekend. Sold out show, ripping. He's one of the best house music artists in the world, one of the biggest names, guaranteed. And dude, I watched one of his interviews, and he said everyone hated his music until about 4 years ago when Tech House became popular because of Fisher, and then all of a sudden he's the biggest in the world. Like, it just works like that.
Yeah, you can't get too beaten down with what the sheep say.
Especially like with art, dude, and like the fact that it changes all the time, taste changes, and like everything. Like, you really don't know. That's why you just gotta have a little confidence in yourself, I believe.
Yeah, no, you do, but that's hard to have.
Yeah, it is hard to have.
It's hard to find that. But so where can people find your stuff?
Okay, so I'm working on building a website right now, but the best way to find me is at tspoon tunes on Instagram, and then I have a link in bio type thing, a link tree in my bio that will link you to all my shows, all my sets, all my social medias and everything.
Any shows coming up?
I do. I got one tomorrow night at Berlin Under A.
So I'll release this tomorrow, so it'll be tonight.
Yeah, I got one tonight, Berlin Under A. I come on at 12:30. Tickets in my bio, and I got one this Saturday also in New York City. I don't know what time I'm coming on yet.
That's hype. And when you do release that,
it will be all over social media.
Send it to me. I'll post it. I'll repost it. That I'm excited for. But I'm glad we got this going. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Great first podcast to be on. And
I'm glad I took your virginity.
Yes. Dude, I think it went well. We talked, how long has this been?
That's 2 hours.
Perfect.
It's beauty.
Yeah, it's a beauty then.
Absolute beauty. I appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. Peace.